Alright, today we're checking out Vanilla Expanded Pirates. This is a big new expansion in the Vanilla Expanded framework. We're playing with just about all the Vanilla Expanded mods. How many times can you say Vanilla Expanded? A set of mods designed to be friendly to the vanilla experience in RimWorld, and a set of mods for which Tynan has really gushed. He really likes them, which is one reason why I think it's a great way to get into the mods if you aren't into modding. So, where to begin? I feel like I've got a lot to say. I've got a few things to say. This is going to be a long play, so just get pretty comfortable. We're streaming this, so we're going to be here for a few hours. One of the main reasons why I'm doing Vanilla Expanded Pirates for this, and I'll intro everything as we go through for the first few minutes, is because Oscar Pataki recently contacted me about a game he's been working on called Cursed Crew, which is a pirate-themed roguelike. He's got a Kickstarter, and I'm going to link to that in the description. And if you've enjoyed his mods and everything, you know that everything that Oscar touches turns to gold. So I would really appreciate if you guys checked out that Kickstarter, if it's anything that you're interested in. It looks interesting to me, so I'll definitely be checking it out. But big thanks to Oscar before I do anything, because this is kind of a highlight and a showcase of all of his amazing work on the RimWorld mods, and I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. It's going to be a long play similar to the neckbeard ideology that we did, neckbeardism, a few months ago. Many long videos, and it's going to be kind of randomized, but we're going to be playing RimWorld as it's meant to be played. This won't be like the series on my main channel, where it's a very focused narrative, and I kind of skip over all of the parts that are unrelated, and I just skip straight to the action. We're going to just welcome the randomness that RimWorld has to offer. I like to do this every few months just to kind of get reacquainted with the game and pick a curated mod list. But I've set off my colonists with a few orders to get started. Other things I wanted to touch on before we really get started. I'm not going to be trying to get to space necessarily. I think that the goal of RimWorld is to just enjoy making a large, awesome base. As my friend Troopin once said, so I'm going to embrace that fully. And there's also a lot of new stuff in Vanilla Expanded. I've added in a mod called What's That Mod, so that you can actually see what mod most of the things that I'll be pulling from or are from. So see how you can see it says right there, Vanilla Factions Expanded Settlers. If you're wondering about any of the mods, I'll leave a mod list below and all of that jazz. Talked about my goal, all the stuff in Vanilla Expanded, but again, I am just a mere idiot. We're playing Low Orbit Crash. So this is supposed to be a very difficult start, part of the Pirates faction. I do want to make sure that my guys aren't nearby this volatile ship engine, because it's going to explode in 2 hours, and that is dangerous. So, yeah. As you can see, we've named all of our colonists after cuisine. Here we go. I really want this thing to blow up. I want this to be over, because this is one of the few things that I missed. I'm going to explain how my base is laid out, too. I followed a guide by an old guide that I really like by another YouTuber named Lore Plays, where she goes over how to set up your whole base and the workflow, and it really does make sense. So I'll go through that pretty quickly. And I don't think we'll really get to the piratey stuff today, but I think we're just going to get a lot of satisfying groundbreaking done on our main base. So I think without any further ado, let's get started. Wowzers. Tightskirt, thank you very much for gifting those 50 gift subs. What a crazy way to start a new series. But a nice kickoff. I'm going to kind of get back into our base and just explain how everything's going over. And then, so I will do a little bit of backseating with Chad, and but let's get started. Thank you very much. No worries, not done for me. Absolutely. Yeah, sorry, I was just kind of giving the intro monologue there. So again, we'll be streaming this on Twitch and yada, yada, yada. But on with the playthrough. There we go. We just got the first ship chunk exploding, and I was waiting for that because we have a lot of medical crates and food crates in pretty horrible spots to start off this scenario. Just got to kind of catch up with my thoughts. That was a lot of speaking. Excuse me one second. All right, so the first thing you should do when you get into RimWorld... Oh, whoops, I've still got Pesto drafted. That was too long. We have the Slinging Slasher, Chef Boyardee, Pesto, and Sandra to, we're kind of mixing the culinary and, pirate theme with nautical Pastafarianism. I'll just let you pause the video and read over our ideology faction that we created. They love raiding and camaraderie. We have this flying spaghetti swashbuckler as our moral guide. The saltiest seaman is the leader, and the foul-mouthed smuggler is the captain. The spaghetti tasting is their social festival, and swabbing the cream is what they call their funerals. There's various other things that have Italian food, pirate themes, but go ahead and look those up. They'll just kind of we'll assimilate all of that as we go. Yes, that is a fact. Thank you, Canada 2, for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. Anyway, what I kind of wanted to get to was the first thing that that you should do when you spawn in is look around the map and see where the fertile soil and the geothermal vents are. This is, again, all from that video I referenced before. But we had a geothermal vent here, and I actually missed this one when I was planning. There's one right here. I might have planned it slightly differently, but I'm pretty happy with how this base layout looks because we've got the planting on this fertile soil wherever we had it available. We really don't have any good options. There's one good option here, but it's by the edge of the map. Another good option around here, but it's also by the edge of the map. And then this is all caves. And I'm quite scared because we've got on some skulls that make everybody explode like a piñata when they die. And we've also got double-sized infestations, so this should be interesting. So anyway, when you get started, I like to start off with the planting, maybe the geothermal vent. The geothermal vent won't really affect us too much right here. I mean, it's a good thing down the line, but we don't have to worry about it right now, so I'm not going to pay much attention to it. What else? So the first thing I like to do is just get plants in the ground right away. And have they got down any of these trees yet? I wanted them to just kind of do work while I did a monologue. Okay, let's get Chef Boyardee onto plants as well, because we're definitely going to need 2 planters in these first couple of days. Now, do we have any wood, is my other question. Okay, we do have some wood, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is to put down a few beds. I just want them to have something to sleep in for the night. Yeah, we'll just kind of put all 4 of these right next to each other. If we can get those down in the daylight, that would be a big victory to me. And I'm just going to start stockpiling goods. I don't want to be too ambitious here, but I've tried to lay out every single room of my base before we've even begun. I think it's the best way to play for me because I'm pretty disorganized as a person, unless if I really take the time to prepare. So let's go ahead and... You know, what I'm thinking is that we're going to actually have 2 storage rooms here. So let's go ahead and build one area out over here. And it's very risky to put things down on the jungle floor because they kind of have a tendency to deteriorate. Who is responsible for... Oh god, we've got on all the new Vanilla Factions expanded stuff too. I'm definitely going to need some hauling. Is anyone idle? Pesto is just meditating. Okay, you stop that. Okay, and I've also completely neglected, I knew I was going to make some mistake here, but we've accidentally left one of our colonists in the crypto sleep casket. There we go. Alright, so you're out of there. Whoops. Well, we were going to get through that beginning without making one big mistake, but all good, all good. So I'm thinking that it would be good if we started with planting here. Then you want to move your plants right into the fridge, and ideally you want to have some hunting going on there as well. So, you know, I figure that any animal that they hunt out here is going to be brought into the base kind of on the extremities out here, and since I'm planning on having like a gated entry or a kill box right around here, I was thinking that it would be a good entry point so we could have the kitchen butcher area pretty close to over here. So you have plants, raw food coming in, and that's kind of where I start to think of the supply chain on our base. After that, anyway, they could store things in the fridge. We can build into this mountain a lot if we want to, but if we find building into the mountains is inconvenient, we can just kind of scrap that plan. Other stuff. I think I'm good with you not mining anymore right now. I'm just going to cancel a couple of these orders. I don't like to waste too much time mining on the first day unless we're going under a mountain. Anyway, food, raw food into the fridge, storage, kitchen, which puts out meals and other prepared foods, so we kind of have a dual storage there, and that's fine. Then you kind of want to work into the dining room because you don't want to be moving around too much. You want your colonists to be able to get the food pretty quickly. So raw food, fridge, kitchen, fridge, dining. And from the dining area can kind of be on the extremities. You want it to be somewhat near the bedrooms because they'll be coming and going from there. But usually they just spend their time in the night or when they're resting in the dining rooms. The one thing I'm realizing that I left out is the infirmary, but that's usually a pretty easy building to tack onto the side. Dead Fishies. Thanks very much for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. Other things that you can kind of think of last are, or before that is you want to do a stockpile area centrally located or somewhere easily accessible, and you want that to be next to your workshop because they need to pull raw materials from that. So as you can see, it's kind of dizzying, but if you can kind of go through the supply chain, it makes a little bit more sense. Other stuff. Let's see what resources we have. We might have to quickly just throw something together out of wood because I want to get a wall up. And although there's stone, I don't want to spend a lot of time stone cutting. So let's just quickly and sloppily throw together like a little storage area right here. I think we're going to be doing this, so we'll just do... Again, I'm going to be changing these as we go, so just kind of keep that in mind. We'll do 2 doors here and 1 door here. Subject to change. Everything's kind of subject to change, but I've got my basic outline, and that makes me happy. I've got 700 people. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Really nice to just do these long plays. I'm happy to see that a lot of people have been enjoying these on YouTube. It brings me back to make these. We're going to go ahead and deconstruct our medical crates and our nutrient paste crates, because we did bring some meals with us, and we didn't really pick too much in the first day. Though we did get things in the ground, and that's what's important. So what else have we got? I think I did a decent job, though. We got the beds up in the daylight. We got normal / poor quality. Not so great. But we got kind of unlucky. Is the truth. All right, so we've prevented that early deterioration. And the other thing we didn't want to do was put down this nutrient paste meal in the water. That happened to me at an earlier time when I tested this out. So we have averted disaster in most of the horrible ways that it could have happened. Although it's not an amazing first day, it's passable. Beer Zerker Studios, thanks very much for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. So yeah, I guess we'll let them go to sleep and kind of see where we go from here. I've also put a kind of a square around this geothermal vent, or the steam geyser. Same diff, because why? I just kind of want to reserve that space for later on in case if we decide to build on it. I might not have it perfectly. I think it's 6x6 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the coloration on the floor is quite nice. You can do everything with the basic planning, but the more planning mod does that. Very good mod, very nice mod. Other stuff. I guess my main priorities are just, get down a basic base. I want to get this barracks enclosed because one of the worst things that can happen in the first couple of days is that your colonists just snap. Catharses aren't so bad, but you don't want people to be starving when that happens. They've got a couple of ideology-specific apparel items. But what kinds of things are bothering your colonists? I like to look at that right away, and I also should have equipped some of the weapons to them. So we should do that right now, because, oh my god, see what... yeah, the charge rifle deteriorated by 50%. Was that due to... it's fine. There are there are items in Vanilla Expanded that can get that back, but yeah. Streamer blindness is going to be quite overwhelming this time around. Okay, Chef Boyardee is by far the best shot, so we'll give Chef Boyardee the charge rifle. After that, Sand Ra is also quite good at shooting, so we'll give her that. Pesto is probably the next best candidate for the pistol. And Slinging Slasher. Slinging Slasher, I believe, has a field hand on his left hand. So Slinging Slasher is going to be just slinging. See what I did there? The crops. Wow, what an amazing turn of phrase, right? Oh my gosh. Where do I come up with these things? We're also going through a path right here, so we want to be kind of mindful of that. Let's get down a couple of other crops in the ground that we should want to have. My god, so many options in Vanilla Expanded. It's going to take me a little while. I'll try to pick at least 1 or 2 things that are more interesting from Vanilla Expanded, but we'll get down some medicine in the ground too. That would just be key. That's one of the first things you want. Which mod puts your very low expectations to plus 48 instead of 30? I honestly don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know which mod is doing that. I can assure you I'm not really good with these mods, so I don't think that it's making it easier, so to speak, because there'll just be random stuff happening that I don't expect. And generally speaking, the unexpected is not good in RimWorld. But yeah, that is quite an overpowered nice thing. Started playing Vampire Survivors thanks to me. Ah, yes, Vampire Survivors is an excellent game. Hey, Sickly Slop, thank you very much for the sub. Other things that I tried to do on this map, I guess I'll just kind of let me save so that I don't lose everything, because that would be quite sad. I'm going to go ahead and look out at the world view of the map right now. I tried to pick a map square that would be challenging for me. We've got a couple of different factions, like, what are these? The Raider Raiders is their name. No guessing what they're going to do. And the Black Porcupines. So you've got a couple of different pirate factions, along with other just vanilla factions, expanded factions, more than the game recommended. But I tried to pick somewhere that would just have interesting terrain that would be difficult for me. I'm playing on stuff that I usually don't play on, so I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. But that's kind of why I like this this setup. All right, let's just see how they're doing with the offloading these resources. That one rifle loss was kind of annoying, but we can make up for it. Okay, so they've got their basic storage. Nothing is really deteriorating out here anymore. That was my first concern. What other types of things do we need to get them to do? It would be nice to destroy this thing, but I'm not really in a huge rush for that. I think we've got fertile soil under there, though, too. So let's go ahead and just... You're drafted. I'm just going to have you melee attack this. You're going to notice one of the first skulls that I've got running on this playthrough is that melee attack is doubled in speed. So any type of melee combat is going to go either really well or really poorly. My money's on stuff kind of getting out of hand, which will be fun and interesting. Just killing every colony of my enemies so I can get raided. Not sure. Yeah, actually, I'm not that big a raider to begin with, so we'll see how I do with this pirate faction. I don't really like raiding because I just enjoy kind of focusing on my own base. I'm really good at that, and I just enjoy the storytelling potential of that, but we're going to have to figure out some way to get one group out to raid at some point, because some of these factions, it does give them a negative mood buff. Like, they'll be upset if they haven't raided anyone in a few weeks. Let me see. Other things I want to do, only because Slinging Slasher is planting just so quickly. I did not expect planting of this magnitude throughout the run. Hay grass would be nice, and I would like to get some cows, but, you know, my money's not on that happening. Let's go ahead and just do some cotton. I'm going to make that a little bit larger. Cotton's just a useful thing to have around. It's good building material, and it does take a while to grow, so it's good to get it done this way. Am I going to do a super hard, longer type RimWorld playthrough challenge like the sea ice? I've done the desert, and I've done the sea ice. So, I don't know. I guess I could do sea ice live. But the thing is that sea ice live isn't that much fun. Like, it was better done as a whole series on the channel because there's a lot of waiting in that. I spent a lot of time just kind of like looking at my computer when I did that series. Okay, we've got to get this stuff out of the ground. Ship trunk debris, we can haul this. So some of these things are considered their home zone. Yeah, we want to take this out of the home zone. We want to take this out of the home zone. Just because they crash landed here, we want to be careful with this. Now, what are these other items that have power output 1700 watts? Okay, so this is actually generating power for our colony. Wow, that is neat. We do have on minify everything, but we're not actually allowed to minify everything. I've got a bone to pick now. So we did get a giant turret spawn with our ship. It's really not in a great location. So I don't know how useful this thing is going to be to us. We might just be better off deconstructing it. It could be pretty powerful, though. This is pretty much a vanometric power cell for free, though. So we might want to box that thing in and just kind of like hook it onto our power grid. Other stuff. Okay, we have some building materials. I'm going to be pretty sloppy here because I don't want to get But the jungle will burn down, and I may rue the day that I spake those words. Yeah, vanilla expanded is excellent. Let's go ahead and just put down I'm gonna, bite the bullet right now. Let's put down a stone cutting table. And we want to have a place that we can easily store a lot of chunks. I guess we'll just default to our storage area. Maybe we'll make part of this specialized for stone chunk cutting. And I will make this the first building in the workshop. Okay, so we finally got a little bit of our workshop going. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. And work penalty outdoors, not really such a big deal right now. I mean, I'd prefer to have things in the right place than to just mess everything up. Okay, we've got some nutrient-based meals coming out of there. Are these going to deteriorate? Okay, they're going to spoil in 15 hours. Is there anything I can do to preserve these? I mean, I could have left them in there, but they need food is the truth. The rice is 21% grown, 38% grown already. Kind of a toss-up. Alright. I have a thought. I don't want them to spend a lot of time butchering animals yet. I'm not quite ready for this. So let's go ahead and just go down the list of wildlife and see if there's anything close by and easy to hunt. Okay, so these alpaca are pretty close by, and they are certainly not aggressive animals, so we'll go after them. Wild boar might... But I've had wild boars turn on me, if I'm not mistaken. They are evil creatures. All right, we will get down the butcher table, and this will at least force me to do a little bit more of the planning here. Prepare for some more planning. We might as well go for the full versions of these things, because I just don't want to waste the time. We can take out a little bit of this area for the butcher table. think that's fine. Alcazar, thanks very much for the prime. Yeah, I gotta say, we're kind of harping on this right now. I really don't care for the end game goal of RimWorld. I believe it was added in there, kind of in a similar way to how it is in Zomboid right now. And it's great that there are so many end game goals, but I like it that the game continues even after you've beaten it. Okay, now we do want to get some of this stuff down. We've got down the stonecutters table. Are we working on that? We need to get some steel. I'm going to mine out a little bit of steel. I just want to make sure that everyone's kind of working at their best task. It doesn't matter if they're getting done with everything for the day, but I just want them to, I want them to make the best use of the time their own way, you know what I mean? It would bother me if I had non-planters doing all the planting. Because they are going to start to pretty upset here. Okay, it's time for bed. So everyone's just going to go to sleep. You should just... Oh, you are not tired. Is anyone a night owl? We really haven't given too much of a look at our colonists yet. We spent a lot of time kind of painstakingly going over these before. Let me see. Chef Boyardee. Caring, social firefighting. Undergrounder brawler. Okay, so we do have... Yeah, Slinging Slasher had a couple of weird traits for his planting life. He's now got nothing to do. The question came up about Oscar's Kickstarter. I'm going to put that in the VOD at the end. I couldn't think of a good spot to put it for here, but I'm going to, that'll be on the YouTube video. Okay, let me see. Let's go ahead and make sure that Pesto, what is Pesto's real specialization? Artistic and medical, so really wasn't much good at anything that we needed right here. Darn it. Okay, I might just put Pesto onto a pretty grindy task, because Pesto is probably going to be my hauler and my medic. Slinging Slasher is obviously the planter, so whenever there's no planting to be done, he'll have other stuff to do, but we'll just give him more planting to do, and he can always be busy. You are good at mining and cooking, Chef Boyardee, so we'll have you do that. And then Sandra is our constructor. So we'll just try to put out a couple more projects. Right now we've got awkward crafting. It's a little bit of a bottleneck. But let's go ahead and just make some production. I know what to do. Let's have Pesto and Slinging Slasher do any crafting for when they're done. I might make these numeric priorities later on, but I like to start with checks. I know that's something that people always question of me. Don't question it. And you must be hunted. Oh, this is our animal. Female British short-hair cat. Okay, I'll try to keep the cat. The cat will probably die, I'm not gonna lie. Just so many cats have died in this game that we've had. It's just like waiting for crying later on. What just came out of a... Something just emerged from an escape pod. Oh, I also forgot that one of the mutators that we've got on is that we will not be told when events are happening some of the time. Or like they will just come up without being named, which is also quite terrifying. So we just have to kind of keep our eyes peeled. Other stuff. No. Yeah, ideally the cat could like snuggle them slightly when they're upset. Later on. That's pretty much all that the cat is good for in the late game. Other stupid stuff to die from. Okay, we've got 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which is actually getting kind of cold. But it is September, so it is getting colder. But we're also kind of in the middle of the world, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, we're... Oh, no, we aren't actually at the middle of the world. Okay, so we're in a jungle south of the equator. God, this like new age RimWorld music kind of just makes me really introspective for a moment. You feel that? You feel that? Are you feeling it, Mr. I can't even do it. All right, so let's go ahead and put in a tailoring bench. We'll just create these production workstations because we're focusing on getting stuff out of the ground right now, but
don't question it.
Soon enough. Exactly. Thank you very much for the 500 bits, Talwood. Snake plant, interesting. But I figure if we just get all of these things done, Sandra, why aren't you working? Because we don't have anything to construct, because we don't have any resources. Okay, so let's just give everybody a little bit of extra work to do. Honestly, Slinging Slasher, if you're not doing anything, go mine. Sandra, why are you not working? You've got nothing to do. You go mine too if you really have nothing to do. Not that I want you to mine, but just until we have enough resources for the project, that's important. Okay, a little bit more optimized now. Oh wow, okay. I'm still getting used to this whole event happening out of nowhere thing. This is terrifying, to be honest with you. I thought that events would appear on the side of the screen and, like, at least be somewhat evident as to what is going on. We're just going to have to keep our eyes peeled for whatever happens. So this is way crazier. Oh, okay, we expected that. Alright, this has really put me on my guard because raiders might just come out of nowhere. What else is on the map? I'm just going to turn up my own volume because I might need to use my ears a little more. Okay, so the thing that I missed last night was that there were lemons that fell out of the sky. This is new information. New information indeed. Okay, we've got this. Let's go ahead and just tell them to butcher creatures forever. Now we have to do all of the boring tasks at the beginning of the game. Make sure that they are always butchering everything. Where is Chef Boyardee? Chef Boyardee is butchering. Okay, so now we've actually got decent workflow going on. Phew, that is good to know. Lemons, I know nothing of, so that is upsetting. Yeah, no, probably actually one of the more dangerous mutators that we've chosen. Sandra. Okay, just get off of mining now. There we go. I think that's just about the only time I was going to have them do that. Slinging Slasher. Only because planting is just such a grindy skill. We might as well give Slinging Slasher something similar to that. But ideally just more plants, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's go here and over to here. We'll extend this out. Oh my god, I regret how good a planter Slinging Slasher is. Too good. Alright, what are other good things to grow? We've got rice. We've got plenty of rice in the ground, though, and rice becomes very labor-intensive. Ultimately, I kind of want to uproot that. We could do Psychoid. Psychoid is quite great. And I think I can manage colonists with Psychite tea. A lot of the time they can get addicted to it, but I'm not really as worried about that. Hops is always good, too, but it kind of requires a lot more labor and effort. Corn would also be a good option. I think I'm going to do some Psychoid just for diversity, you know what I mean? Smoke Leaf is good, and I like Smoke Leaf a lot, but the only issue with it is that if it's the only, like substance that colonists are using, it will slow them down, and God forbid that they get into combat when they're stoned. It's a disaster waiting to happen. The reason I picked Psychoid is because of Psychite T. Psychite T, I believe, actually increases colonist movement speed. However, it is kind of dangerous because it's a little bit more addictive, so it's not as good for beginners. But Psychoid is also useful because then it can be made into Flake or Yayo, which are both really valuable. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Flake is more expensive, like proportionally, although it's a cheaper drug, but I have to double check that because there's a lot of people who fact check me on these things, and I've gotten it down pretty well over the years, and yet a lot of the people who fact check me are just wrong too sometimes. So I have to sift through those, and I honestly forget which one is right. Whoops, I accidentally made that an electric Taylor bench. All right, well, all the more excuse to get it started on our next project. Let's go ahead and tell them to make any stone blocks from a radius of, we'll do forever, but from a smaller radius, just so that they work with things that are nearby. I prefer it like this. That way you can just manage that any blocks that you've hauled in get work done. We'll put the stone chunks out here somewhere. So let's go ahead and say zone, dumping stockpile zone, and we'll just make this for stone chunks right in here. All right, so let's go to storage, clear all chunks, and we just say there's all these other things, just stone chunks, not even steel slag chunks. Priority normal, we'll go to preferred, and now we're setting up some specialized stockpile zones. Nice. Other stuff. Haul urgently. I just want regular haul. Yeah, haul. Go ahead. Bring over any stone chunks from nearby. Alright, there we go. So we're just kind of like cleaning out their base, getting rid of all of the crap that's lying around. They already did some of it for planting. But good, there we go. So we've got them working on that. Other stuff. Feel free to correct me if I'm making any mistakes in all of my, kind of optimization of the colony. This is stuff that I'm kind of passionate about in a way. Flake is 21, Yayo is 14. I'm not... I don't have the exact numbers in front of me. Hey, Tysker, thank you very, very much for all those extra gift subs. Jesus Christ. If you're getting a gift sub, please be sure to say thanks to Tysker. God bless, my friend. 10 extra gift subs. My God. Thank you, thank you. Alright, so now we've got our good progress music going. Progress can be weird and wacky at times, but as long as, a 6-foot-long snake doesn't jump out of the sky, we should be fine. Yeah, it should be okay. It should be okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at our resources as well. Not what I was looking for. Okay, 36 steel. I was thinking that this could be a really easy way to get a head start. Methinks this. Let's go ahead and just connect these two because this one's generating power. It says, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, power output 17. Isn't that just a free? That's basically a vanometric power cell. This is good. We'll embed the wires into the future wall that I expect to be creating. I know I'm not going to have to make it quite that long, but we might as well, right? We might as well. Jesus. Hey, hit point in. Thanks very much for the smashing raid. God bless. Hang on a second. Hope your stream went well. Let me give you a quick shout out. And Secret Dark, thank you for all the... Jesus Christ, for 10 more gift subs. Hang on a second. Let me just do a quick... Hey, thank you very much. You guys were doing Bannerlord. I hope your guys' stream went well. That's very nice. Very nice of you indeed. I was thinking of, mounting the blade. I really got nothing today. Mountain Blade, an excellent franchise that will forever live in infamy. I believe that Post Malone has a Mountain Blade tattoo, isn't that? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know why I know these various facts, but I do. All right, yeah, clearly we are not getting any event warnings. This is horrifying. Who is our best socialist? None of them are particularly good. I don't really like any of that at all. No, hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. One more second. All right, there we go. Sorry about that. I just had to plug something in. Let me just mark the time. Nope. I'm going to be busy for just 2 seconds. Hang on 1 second. I gotta take a call for like 3 seconds. I will be right back. Pausing. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna mark that. 56, okay. Alright, sorry, to make a long story short, my dad's visiting this week. He came down to Florida. And I accidentally locked an extra door. So I was just like, oh, I just locked you out. I feel like I'm a fact sponge. I feel you. Now, also remember a vastly abundant amount of facts, mostly irrelevant. Yeah, there's quite a lot of them in RimWorld, but I feel like it's never out of place when you're playing this game because there's just so much to be learned about it. I feel like I'm still learning after like 700 hours. Tysker, thank you very much for the other 5 gift subs. Jesus Christ. If I can, if you have any special requests or anything, please ping me with them on the Discord. That's extremely kind of you, and I mostly unmerited. But if there's anything that you've enjoyed that I can do more of, I would really love to hear that. That would mean a lot to me if you have anything. I truly hope you're not putting yourself at any need. But if you are getting a gift sub, please be sure to say thanks. Thank you very much, Tysker. All right. Sorry for that little interruption. Anyway, let's get kind of back into our where we're at with this colony. I think our colonists are at a more realistic level of expectations. This is probably something from a vanilla expanded mod that I just don't know. And Wish You, thank you very much for the Prime. J-Mac, thank you very much for the 5 gift subs. God bless. Thank you very much, J-Mac. Enjoy you just being you, so do more of that. Onward, my friend. I will continue to be myself. It would be literally impossible for me to be anything other than myself, though. So, I can't physically disappoint. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start to take away some of these, I'm going to start to take away some of the colored, like, placement zones, just so that I can see. I mean, we've clearly got this as a storage now. We're going to go ahead and move the meat into the fridge in a couple of days, I can assure you. But right now we just don't have any meaningful refrigeration taking place, so it's simply not worth it. And are we getting power to this table? It looks like we're trying to get down the last few of the grid bits. All right, so once we get that, let's just make some parkas. It's the one thing I didn't really bring them prepared with, but they have all of their other faction-specific apparel. We've got 4 of these. We want to have 4 ready at all times. And we should always have... Take to the best stockpile. That's good. Only allowed ingredients. I think I'm just going to leave that as it is for now. We just want 4 parkas, but we want them to be of at least a decent quality. We don't want them wearing poor quality. So let's go ahead and say we want to make sure that it's at 51 to 100 hit points because we don't want them to be wearing tattered apparel. we want it to be normal to legendary quality because we want them to have on decent quality clothes. And we want them to... don't count tainted and don't count... yeah, I want them to have extra ones for in case if they need them later on. And let's actually just bump that up because we don't want them to be like on the edge of that. 80 to 100 hit points. That's good. All right, so we've automated a little bit of our clothing creation. Tysker, thank you very much for gifting another gift sub. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Yeah. So let's get, We'll get the Purple Meadow Settlement, but they didn't really have anything for us. They just had a lot of sombreros. Goodbye, Purple Meadow Settlement, people of the sombreros. Hope you enjoyed your stay in our colony. Other stuff we should start doing. So now that we've got our stoneworks ready, we can start using limestone as our outer defense wall. I really want to just kind of hem in the whole base because we've been pretty ambitious to begin with. We've set out a large area that we're trying to defend. I'm going to probably defend our bedrooms first because I think that's going to be the safest bet. I just want to get them underneath the ceiling here. So let's go ahead and just kind of put in this. And you know what we could really do here is move this over one. We might have to slightly adjust some of these bits and pieces. Actually, let's do this. Limestone wall, let's just put it here just for simplicity. And then we'll make both of these doors. That way we can just kind of... Yeah, here we go. As a very simple way to make a large barracks for them. And they should be happy in this room because despite the fact that it is ass, objectively, it's also rather large, so they might enjoy the spaciousness of their ass room. And here, define the hit points for the same area from your define quality level. It's similar. I mean, you know, you have to define both the hit points and the quality level in order to get the clothing right. Like, there's a lot of annoying stuff that goes into automation. Like, it needs to be... I don't want them to be wearing bad quality clothing just because I don't want them to get shot in it, you know? It does give them some defense, and it does give them some temperature and isolation, so I think that it's important. Of course, we could micromanage all the materials and everything, but I just don't think it's worth it. It's not like we're raising Muffalo and we want them to work specifically with that. Okay, this is looking quite good now. I mean, we've got all of our colonists working on decent tasks. I'm not really focusing on what the colonists themselves are doing. Usually, generally when you play this game, if you're too focused on what the individual colonists are doing, you're doing something wrong. You should just be kind of issuing out orders for everyone. Let's go ahead and look at our roof zone. Zones, there we go. Okay, build a roof area. Good. So they've decided that they're going to build roofs there. Good to see. Yeah, one might say that it would be a large ass room. Alright, so they're being rained on. Not good. Not assigned to construct. Okay, who is responsible for the construction here? Okay, Sandra, you'd better just build a roof over everybody for tonight. There we go. We are roofed. You can go to bed again. I just didn't want them to get wet. Alright, so as you can see, we've kind of... we've gotten over our initial spurt of happiness. And they are now... They're eating raw food. Their recreation project... Oh, we also have to give them a little, whatchamacallit?
Construct these nuts.
I'll allow it. Hey, thank you very much, Triple G. That was like the exclusive answer that we had in our Jackbox game the other night with some of my friends. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so we've got our main base set up. We have some quality of life issues. They seem to still be eating meat. They still haven't really hit the first rice harvest meaningfully yet. Are they getting to it here? This is the old rice that we planted, so they're at 82% grown here. And it shouldn't be too long before they get that out of the ground. Let's start to think about actually cooking some of this stuff, because as far as I'm concerned, we've got a lot of free power going right here. The butcher table is outside. We want to keep that separated off from the rest of the kitchen. I'm going to start just building with limestone, because I don't like building with wood, especially in a place where there's so much danger of, like, forest fires right here. I sound like Smokey the Bear. And we want to create a double airlock for this fridge as much as we can. So what I'm thinking is we do something like this to airlock our fridge in the future. And we'll build this soon, because having a fridge is just such a nice thing. You really don't want to go without a fridge. I mean, like, even as we're building our bedrooms, I think that this is going to be important. I don't think we'll also want another entry to it from the fields, so let's go ahead and put that down. Cancel that like there. And we actually do want it to be double walled, come to think of it. So yeah, we have to build quite a lot of walls in here. Actually, that's not going to give me room for it, so if we put it there, I think we'll be better off. It's a lot of micromanaging here. Not attractive, but necessary. Here we go. And I was thinking we were going to end that fridge right about there. So we do something like that. And they can get to work on this over time. We don't actually need to build this all out. We can just build one of the walls there. We'll build the outermost one so that we can see where it's all going to go. And I'll build in various entrances and exits and things like that. But the fridge is one of the most intensive micromanaged parts of the colony. So I think that's important. I will do it for the kitchen because I want to get that out of the way right now. Actually, we can cancel that. We want to be kind of... And I'll leave that one there as a reminder of what I'm going to do later on. We've got sushi. I really want some sushi. And we've got that. The work penalty outdoors should disappear. But now we're getting to the point where we can get recreation and refrigeration. The two R's. Everybody on that. I think some of them are incapable of firefighting. It's been a while. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, Jesus. I have an irrational fear of getting trapped in an industrial-sized fridge. Yeah, there's some wacky dreams that the psyche comes up with. I do understand your irrational phobias. What did I just ask them to do? I did not mean to do that. All right, and we'll start to delete where we've already kind of laid out our plans. I plan for there to be a small footpath over here to the research room, but research isn't really that necessary to get done with right now. Looks like they're getting most of the limestone out of the way, and they'll probably keep mining more limestone from the walls. There we go. Slinging Slasher's got to work. Slinging Slasher is just about ready to do a lot of harvesting, though, but I think Slinging Slasher might seriously carry our colony the way it looks. I just realized that this was an outstandingly dumb idea because I've got that outdoors. I don't know why I did that. Oh, yes, our faction name and settlement name. Okay, here is where I will take ideas from chat. We have the saltiest of seamen. There we go. The saltiest of seamen. Something piratey for the faction name can we go with? I will take some suggestions here if you have them. With a little seaweed, like, utter disgust. Thank you very much for the salty. There we go. The salty, yo-ho, salty, the salty, spittoon, there we go, the salty spittoon. Weenie Hut Juniors. I love this game. One thing I'm going to go ahead and do is put down limestone walls here, because I was stupid and I didn't realize that this was electric when I made it, so I am now suffering the consequences. Big mistake, but... Ooh. Okay, that is bog ground. I'm lucky that didn't prevent me from doing what I was going to do. Let's go ahead and just do that, and we will uninstall that for just a second. Just because I don't want that to go on fire. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so that's good. Not really super urgent, but it should get back its bills when it's rebuilt, I believe. Okay. We got most of the stuff working and running. We have the basic outline of a base. This is way faster than I've set up most of my colonies. So any thoughts now on the way everything's going? Everything's going a little too well, I might say. I'm surprised that I haven't gotten a raid or a disease or anything yet. Has somebody gotten a disease and I'm just not seeing it? The way that these events have been working, I'm scared that someone's going to get struck with a plague and it'll just be like, oops, too bad. But I guess they'll go into bed. I'll just be a delay before I see it. Clothes bills. You can set a single storage area to hold one of each article of clothing a colonist are going to. I would like to get specialized storage zones because they do look really nice aesthetically. Like, you know, having the steel outside, having the clothes on specialized clothing racks. It's like that chef's kiss, you know? It's such a good-looking colony. So nice to see that. I think we can go ahead and do some sandstone building too, because sandstone is very quickly workable. You know, maybe we'll just save the limestone for the buildings on the outside of the base. I don't really know why I did it for these buildings, but we've already begun with some limestone there. So let's continue that. Ideally, we'll get everything to limestone, but we'll start with sandstone here. That's fine as well, if we don't have anything else available.
Wahoo Rimworld.
Wahoo indeed. Hey, F-Dog, thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. And Lizzie Aardvark, thanks very much for the prime. All right, so we've got a good buzz of work going. We've got them walled in. I'm going to go ahead and start to cancel off some of these plans because they're starting to get in the way. It's a visual clutter. Maybe that's fine. What am I thinking? Okay, we've got 444 steel. A lot of the times people will wait till later on in the colony to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this right now. It's something that is important to me just for kind of... Maybe it's because I make videos on it, but I like things to look nice. You can live your lobster lifestyle of just, like, bad-looking things. I think this is going to end up overlapping this, so I probably made a little mistake here I'm going to have to fix up later on. But I could just shift over the storage area. It's not that big a deal. We're going to go ahead and build out a bunch of steel paths, just because I think this is going to speed up the entire process of building a base. Whoops, I'll just plant over those. I'll just construct over those plants for now. But I like to do this because it's kind of like the veins and arteries of your base, you know? Keeps everything moving at a good, brisk pace. Yeah, Taldiv, thanks very much for the prime. Don't forget that the events pop up... yes, checking the world. This is true. Okay, we've got a wild person has wandered in. I'm just so focused on I'm so focused on my grind, man. That's the grind set. We've got an ancient security turret. That's interesting. A wild person. Yeah. So I guess I should explain a little bit more about Vanilla Factions Expanded. One of the skulls that we picked for this playthrough was that events show up without words. I thought that meant that the envelope would show up, you know, like the event envelope, but we just wouldn't know what event it was. It turns out nothing shows up at all. So this is far more terrifying. It looks like Tail is going to go get into a fight with these mega spiders down here. Or the Spellipedes. I don't believe there... Is there actually even... That's kind of rare. There's no mega spider there. But I think Tail is going to get away with just taking that. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Just sit in your sad corner. Okay, we'll probably be dead tomorrow, but we'll probably not anger them. So that's the positive comeuppance out of that entire debacle over there. Other stuff. It looks like they'll get done with that before too long. Let's give them some time as they sleep. And I suppose that I should take some time then, if that is one of the mutators, to just zoom out and be afraid. Because anything could happen at any time, but it's kind of like real life. Or what this reminds me of a little bit is playing Kenshi, but it's RimWorld. Because in Kenshi, people just show up. And they're like, yeah, we're here for everything. And then you're like, this wasn't announced. It's a very upsetting game to play. Very fun, but also very upsetting. Yeah, it's the Sigma male. One might say that it's the Sigma male grind set. I'm focused on my grind. I'm not getting distracted with, oh, here we go. We can change the... Oh, this is why more planning is such a great mod. We can change the plan opacity. Well, that's very nice. So we could have made it brighter all along. I'll take it a little bit brighter. I think I liked 40. Personally, I like that. There's people who can't stand seeing the separate stockpile zones. Personally, I do enjoy seeing the separate stockpile and growth zones. This is surprisingly not exploded either. That's interesting. We'll give them some time to work on this stuff today. It's quite a lot, but once they get these... Yeah, this is my favorite sound in RimWorld. There is no feeling like... There's no feeling more intense than starting over. Who is that? The Bennett Foddy thing? Whenever I try to say something intellectual about a game, it just turns into a Bennett Foddy quote. Here we are. Okay, so let's delete those. I wanted the path bits away. But it's satisfying because, they look rough and unstructured earlier on, but then as you start to pave them, they look better. I think I'm also going to... I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm just going to cancel this entire plan here because I would rather use this area for storage. It's a waste to do paths here. We might have one entrance that way, but I'd rather be able to build the geothermal generator there in time because that's a really essential item. We will go ahead and mine out these. And although it's nice to have a clear path from the bedrooms, it's better if the bedrooms are far out of the way because they really don't spend that much time at their bedrooms throughout the day. I'm not going to lie. Like I said, a lot of this is not going to be doing things that are piratey yet, but, in short order. And when I say short order, I mean 3 hours. We'll have this base, in a really good work optimized condition. Then we can probably spend the next 4 videos, doing raids and stuff like that. Or maybe 2, the last 2 of them. Just building a base is so satisfying, Feels good. All right, enough on that. Now that we've built most of the outlines of our other buildings, and I think that this is quite clearly the planting zone, so I'm also going to cancel this. Or, whoops, let's delete that plan as well. I know, you loved the color green there. That was just such a nice color to have, one of the best colors to see. We'll leave that over there so I can kind of see where the kill box ends. But we can kind of build in our dining room just by building a couple of extra walls. So let's go sandstone again for everything on the inside. We have enough sandstone. We really are just getting limestone cliffs here. So again, we'll switch over to limestone. That was rather confusing, wasn't it? We can do this because I want to separate out the path. Another question I often get is why do you build double walls? This one did not make sense to me for a while when I started playing the game. So the reason why I do double walls, or sorry, not double walls, double paths, is so that colonists going either direction don't bump into each other. A lot of folks see that and go, I mean, you could really do triple or quad if you have tons and tons of colonists, but usually 2 should be enough. 1 way each. Hey, Zebula, thanks very much. Zebula. Is it Zebula or Zebula? Man, the ambivalence I get when I read your name. Alright, so we get the dining room going up. Where do we want the entrance to be? It doesn't really make a difference. The dining room and rec room can be combined to just put a lot of good stuff in one area. We'll go ahead and put 1 door for now. I'll probably double wall this off on the inside of here so that we can make that dining room decently large. And a lot of these things, you'll notice that I've built into a cliffside. So that way, if I wanted to, I could expand them underneath the mountain if I wanted to later on. I don't have to. It'd be nice. But so far, none of my colonists have suffered a mental break at all. And they were decent colonists, but, they weren't perfect by any means. Other stuff I should end up doing. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build this path because I think for me, I like to just cross off as many of these items on my checklist. So let's go cancel these and we'll just make another concrete path there as a reminder. Concrete is also a great material to start with just because it's like, it's so easily workable. It takes almost nothing for them to build concrete. So we've got limestone walls there. Let's do this as concrete. That'll eventually be walled in. And you know what? Let's seal off this mountain. I'm sealing the crack. There we go. Okay, good. So this will all be enclosed and then they can wall it. Ah, wasn't that nice and satisfying? Oh, why do I do double walls? Double walls is for temperature insulation. I believe it was Yeti, if I'm not mistaken, did a test on this. I might be wrong about that. Double check me if you will. Or was it Total Time Waster? One of the two of them. I saw a video by I think it was one of those guys who did a video on insulation, and if you tried like 5 walls in RimWorld, there's so many different ways you could spin it, but 2 walls is like as well as you can do. I can't remember. Also having more spaces between, you know, like there's sets of double doors in cold areas for a reason. It's a real physical phenomenon that's somewhat simulated in the game. Not to a perfect degree, but, you know, good enough. Though I think that there are mods that try to do like thermodynamics and stuff like that. Okay, we've also got this. I'm going to remove more of these plans. And now I'm just going to start to place down those stockpile zones because I think that the food will last. We should have those walls on the ground in short order. So let's go for stockpile zone. And I think I'm just going to make it a really big spot in the fridge. I want to see it visually, so let's go ahead and clear all. And we'll just do all food priority preferred. We might switch around some of those because the important bit and all of that does matter a little bit. But we've got, let's just do simple meals, make until we have, let's say 10. That's usually a good place to start. We'll do only workers of skill. I think our cook is currently 7 and up, but we'll make it 6 and up just to let them train a bit. Ingredient radius unlimited. I think that's good. And we just want to do drop on floor. That's important as well. We want to get a hauler in there, but we don't want our cook. Meals is the most important thing. I'll teach you to automate meal cooking pretty well, pretty fast in a minute. I just have to get my thoughts in order. Am I going to make a video of this? Yeah, this is going to be a big VOD. You think it was Yeti with the insulation test? That's good to know. Dig a hole in a mountain and start making some standard size 7x7. Yeah, so the reason I didn't go deep under a mountain this time was mainly because I did mountain people with the neckbeardism colony. I'm tired of doing mountains for a little while. Mountains are really good. If you have colonists who are all undergrounders, you're in good luck. But actually, Slinging Slasher would have made a great dwarf farmer. I'm upset that he didn't get to do that. Or she. Chef Boyardee is also a she. Pesto is a he. And Sandra is a she. Okay, so we hopefully will not make that mistake. Pesto is the only he. Okay, now I've remembered who is what. Because I have a tendency to do that in a lot of my playthroughs. Moving along. So your construction is getting... How are you botching these constructions? Is your manipulation okay? Oh, your Ooh. We aren't even seeing any events, so she got food poisoning. This bad. It's probably going to be what kills us. Oh, God. Let's check and make sure that there's nothing horrible happening on the map. Okay, their alligators have decided to move in. That's interesting. Limestone is over there. And yet at the same time, I sometimes feel as though all of the events in RimWorld kind of like throw me off. Like, what did we have? A bunch of elephants move in? All that being said, after this, I'm going to turn to security because we have done really well with getting this base up and running. But I truly think that the next thing we need to do is just automate some defenses for ourselves. That's my favorite way to do defenses in RimWorld. Because I don't have to think about them, quite obviously. But we've got a little bog right there, so we're going to have to bring back this wall a bit. There we go. We might as well just bring back that whole thing one, because I wasn't too picky about that. I was thinking that we do something like this. We try to keep a defense all around our perimeter. Ooh, this is bad. That is awkward. Okay, I did not notice this when I was plotting the round. Without alleviating myself by by adding in the more bridges mod. Let's just figure out where this bog goes. This is not stable soil. Interesting. I thought I would be able to construct on that. All right, so let's do this. That was bad. Oh, it's fine. You know, we can actually cover that pass with this giant turret, which we have no use for. And we just lost this cotton grow zone. That is not good either. When does this end? Okay, yeah. I'm just testing out which bits of ground I can construct on. So if we do this, and this, and this, and then we finally make it back out to the area where we could build, and then that doesn't work either because of this thing that is so horrible. Somehow we could build a steel wire on that, though. But again, like I said, this is part of the challenge of building in a jungle. And another one of the reasons why I wanted to build on this, because it just makes the final product look so much more interesting. Let's just do that, and that. This is fertile soil? What the hell? And we've lost so much of the ground of our fertile soil from having had to construct like this. Jesus. All right, we might as well build out to the wires. At least we did make it out there. So this is a very awkward looking wall. If we can expand our whole operation out further, that might be better. Yeah, I know I'm upset about the plants as well. But let's at least get these growing zones in. I just want to make sure I haven't overextended. Oh, Sandra has gone into a... Oh, Jesus. Well, we aren't getting notifications for anything then. Alright, it might be dangerous to speed up, so I'll just try to keep a closer eye on things. Alright, have your catharsis. Just don't murder anyone. Just don't murder anyone. You're also ravenously hungry. Well, then go eat that rice. Pay for that rice when you're done eating it, please. Good. Alright, that'll be $9.75. That's some expensive rice. Okay, look, everyone's happy that she destroyed the wires. Other stuff? I guess we should start to build these wires through here. Eventually we'll get it out of wood, but that's important. Yeah, I guarantee you that that event not showing is going to kill me. Cephalon Soda, thank you very much for the prime. Much appreciated, my friend. So, yeah, I know it's kind of like a concave butt, this wall. Not very nice to look at, but let's at least make it just, like, slightly less inviting to raiders. The one major advantage of this spot as a basin, despite the fact that there was some poor soil here, is the fact that any raider that comes to us is going to have to approach us over the water. So one thing that we can do is to put some turrets around here, or maybe some little openings for our colonists, so that they can just kind of go out and pew-pew at anyone who comes near our base, and that they'll be stopped in the water. Using water in marshes like that is pretty useful. And I was thinking that we might be able to make this bridge some sort of, well, maybe a drawbridge, perhaps, at some point. So we'll focus on that, and we'll also build... I'm just going to wall off this entire section. Alright, so that's the basic form of our security. We should also get just a couple of these things going. So I wanted to do like a fake kill box in here. Something like this. This is going to be kind of awkward to see how it goes, but let's do something simple to start, and then we'll kind of upgrade it from there. So we'll do a security spike trap. Put one, I think, here. Yeah, here we go. Here, here, and here. And then we make all of these doors. So that gives us some defense from the outer world. Unless if people, of course, break into the walls, but of course that's a different situation unto itself. Sandra is coming down, and let's just kind of keep an eye on our colonist needs. Brutal outdoors. Okay, so you clearly need to spend more time underground. Well, what I might end up doing is to put some planting beneath the mountain, so that Slinging Slasher will always spend some time out there. Yeah, I don't like that. And it looks like they don't even have enough sandstone for some of this. Let's do that. There we go. Yeah, it's not telling me about disease. It's not telling me about anything. So here's the good news. the good news is that if you use that as a skull, it makes the game a little bit easier. Like, it sends you less bad events. But inherently, it makes the game harder because you get less information. So yeah, we are getting no events showing. But part of the reason why I wanted to just play this in the first place, because I wanted to see what the Pirates mod is like. I had kind of mixed opinions about ideology when it first came out, but a lot of the things in that video have been ironed out with the development process, so we might even go back to ideology at some point and just kind of revise that video. Like, basically everything that I said in the video that was like, oh, they could do this in the game, like, they changed it within like a month, which just kind of speaks to how good Ludion is as development team. Yeah, Demoloke, thank you very much for the Prime. Hey, Feeding Cats, thanks for coming out. Well, you know, let's see if we can put in other things into this colony. It's kind of interesting that I can't see the events, and although I don't really like it, I think it does present an interesting challenge. A little bit I'm compensating by saying that, but I think it would be interesting if I could build in, like, fail-safes. Just things to warn me when stuff goes over the edge. Because I'm certainly not going to play the game at 1x speed. I think that would just be overly cautious and boring. But again, I don't want it to be a runaway train either. Let's go ahead and see. I like to just do stuff fast. I was a little speedy here, though. Okay, they should have this walled off and finished by the time that's done. And let's go ahead and... We've got orders. Let's just harvest more of these fully grown trees over here. This is going to give Slinging Slasher something to do. And I don't really care that Slinging Slasher is upset. Slinging Slasher so far has not... Brutal Outdoors. But you'll spend some time underground at night, right? So doesn't that... Let's just see if this moodlet wears off by the time that Slinging Slasher goes to bed. That's really the only personality characteristic that we're butting up against. And then we'll get this in. Okay, so I said I would talk about meal workflow overview. So we've got drop on floor here. I think that these are all the things I wanted. Normally I would go 8 to 20, but it's fine. Pause when satisfied. Okay, so let's talk about simple meal workflow. If we go for zone and we just do a stockpile zone, I'm going to say, like, right about here. This is always a bit confusing. I think it looks like this. There might be an exact formation. If we clear all and we just make this purely for meals and we make this low priority, then the cook can drop the meals there when the cook is done cooking. And we need to do, like, important priority rice right here. So, like, important... Clear all, raw food, and we'll just make this rice, because we know that rice is going to be our staple food. So we have so many more options here, but if we just say rice belongs there, then there's always going to be a stockpile zone of rice right in this spot. And people will always keep trying to deliver that to the cook. It shouldn't spoil because it just gets so much turnover. And the cook throws down the meals there. If you're doing, like, fine meals there, too, you can say that meat belongs here as, like, an important thing, but I don't believe that we have enough meat yet to kind of necessitate that. And we also should probably put in a chair, because whoever's cooking will spend a lot of time there and will be uncomfortable. Give them, like, a recliner.
Hey man, I've been waiting for the chance to join a stream so I could tell ya that I love your content.
Hey.
Giving back to the people that make my life more bearable, fun. Thanks for doing what ya do. Pog champ.
Yeah, do. Hey, thank you very much, Mystic Quest, for the very generous $20 donation. That makes it all worth it. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. You know, I used to like to watch the Yogs cast. I still kind of watch the Yogs cast from time to time, like, to kind of remember why I make what I make. Because sometimes I'm just thinking, I am just kind of playing video games, but it's a good thing to do. And I hope it gives you whatever you found the channel for. You know, my one thing about running a YouTube channel and, like, I don't know, regret over the years, like, existential regret, is I always wanted to showcase more games, and I felt like I couldn't do that on the main channel as easily. Like, I couldn't just break out into something that is really weird. Whoops. Oh, no. Do not delete. Ah, crap. Started getting rid of the... There we go. Cotton. Keep it cotton. All right. That's part of the reason why we're doing this on the VOD channel, too. And I can do kind of crazy long series like this, and we just hang out and spend like 3 hours playing RimWorld. What other place would that be possible? Such a wonderful place this is. Of course it is. Of course. Do I ever watch Sips? Oh, is the Pope Catholic? I haven't really watched as much stuff lately because most of the time I spend just time making stuff now. But I would watch a lot of Sips when I was more into watching stuff. But usually, if I just like spend less time making videos and I just kind of like live my life, you know, eat pizza and go to the grocery store and things like that, then I generally speaking kind of slip back into the thoughts of a viewer, and I generally make better stuff when I do that. So you kind of got to go in and out of it, you know. If you spend too much time just making stuff, then you just kind of turn into a guy who presses play and makes videos.
Do you want something for Valentine's Day as a bromance?
You know, I like them to be kind of
maybe $20
productions.
or a ham sandwich, perhaps?
That would actually be hilarious. Valentine's. I might steal your idea to do for one of my friends. For one of my bros, which there are so many bros that I have. But only like a few that are really dear that I have a bromance with, I would say. Yes, I would allow that. Thank you very much for the $5, Stroll. And Comfy Minerva, thanks very much for the Prime. What an absolutely classical reference for a name. Man, I wish my name were Minerva, after the Greek goddess Athena, the goddess of wisdom, who was Zeus's mind child. All right, we're just kind of slipping into the mad right here. Let's get back to the game. What's my thoughts on Epictetus? This is why I love you guys. You're a very fun audience to have if you're asking about things like Epictetus. Is that how you say his name? I didn't study philosophy. I know the basic ones, but is it Epictetus? Epictetus didn't sound right. Am I saying it wrong? I say a lot of things wrong, but a lot of people will correct you for your pronunciation. Okay, now enough of this. Yes, I say a lot of things wrong. Question everything I say. It's epic. That is a very funny mispronunciation. Zoltaris, thank you very much. All right, so we're getting everything kind of roofed in now. Some of it's a little bit boring. We've got a couple more visitors. Oh, look, it's like the Star Trek people. Okay, let's go trade, see what they have to offer. We come in peace. We do need some herbal medicine. That would be nice, only because we have nothing. What can we trade you? We could trade you this. Literally just that. We don't have any money. You don't want steel? Screw it. We're fine. There's got to be some medicine on the ground in the jungle, right? Is there really none? This plant grows jade? That doesn't exist. Probably. I don't know anything about plants. I mean, jade is a gemstone. Yeah, that's not sensible. All right. Okay, let's talk about other stuff that we should be doing right now. So they haven't eaten at a table at all. We kind of want to improve their quality of life. Again, of course, they're going to be getting pickier and pickier as time goes on. So I'm not really so happy about that. Let's build one of these tables just because we can have sit like the maximum number of them at. Yes, I need to say maximum like that. But that's good. Okay, we've got this, our fridge. Can we build a cooler? Yes, we can. Good. All right. So one thing I'm going to do is to put in a chimney. I believe that this should work. Where do I want the chimney to be, though? What is rock roof? Very nice placement of this rock roof. Okay, good. That's literally all that we need to get a our fridge refrigerated because it'll just blow the hot air out the top. I am going to build one more of these things, though. This might become another cooler, and I'll do 2 of these things. But I've had pretty good results with this, and that way we can double wall in the rest. I think that'll count. I might have to revise it, but that wouldn't be so bad if we had to fix it up. We're getting a basic dining room outlined. Do we have roof area here? Okay, we are not done. Why haven't they roofed this? Oh, because it's not completely walled in. That's fine. I don't know. Other stuff. My real goal for the end of this video, like I said, was to just have a basic, complete base set up. Let's go ahead and haul over these things. There we go. All right. Good. Just bring over those. Nice. Nice. Jim Jace, thanks very much for the 4 months. Thank you. All right. So, other stuff. We've got security. We've got food. We've got the planting, refrigerator, kitchen, dining room, bedroom workflow going. That's really important. Probably the most important thing that, like, if you can tell if somebody is a beginner at this game if they put things in the wrong order like that. Like if it's like bedrooms, plants, dining room, fridge, kitchen. Like it just doesn't really make any sense. And there's logic to it, you know. It took me long enough to figure it out, but I was pretty bad at this when I started. I'm still pretty bad at this. Why am I not allowed to build conduits over there? Rough limestone. This is kind of weird. Huh. All right, well, since they see this for only like 3 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and say, let's just build the wires out here. I honestly can't tell. It might be like a bog underneath it, but why would I not be able to build it at all? Weird. I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'll see it when I publish the VOD or someone's shouting at the camera right now, but that's fine. Other stuff. We've got hopefully enough. Yeah, good. We've got enough sandstone. We just got to give our builders some time to work on this. Are we getting strife from within? Not really. All right, one thing that I've kind of been leaving out for a while, and I just want to put in there as a placeholder, is a prison and an infirmary. Prisons and infirmaries are best left near the front of your... actually, the prison can be anywhere. Arguably should be at the front so that your prisoners don't die after they're done with your kill box if you decide you want to recruit any of them. But the infirmary would also be really good to get. I'm going to go ahead and mine this, and then let's just do... Whoops. Mine connected ores. So this is a nice thing from... This is the allow tool mod, but it allows me to just get all of the steel without really looking into what's there. Other stuff. Really put everybody to good use. Plenty of food. Although it's raw food. We're going to be storing this. Let's just get you working on this. Sandra. There you go. Good Sandra. Let's just get that kitchen going because I want these guys eating normal meals. Do that. And does this have power yet? Come on, Sandy. Ah, because I had something wrong with the other ground over here. Okay. I derped that. Let's just do this. Let's just get all of this stuff connected. A little weird, but okay. It's fine. Arguably, I could put it out in the plants, but that could also lead to a disaster. So could everything, but it's fine. And we'll probably want to wall this stuff in as well. So let's just... You know what? It'll just kill me when they come. But let's at least get this, because it's generating the power. So if we do that... I know I keep extending out this wall, but better be thorough than be sorry. Okay, prisoner places. Prisoner places should arguably be nearby where the colonists spend a lot of time, because you don't want them to have to make a big trip to the prisoners. But it's not so bad if they have to make a big trip to the prisoners. It's pretty extraneous. That as well as the infirmary. The infirmary we will put in here. I want to see what's over and under mountain. It's bad if you get an infestation in the infirmary, so we don't have any mountain overhead right here. It's nearby, but we can at least evacuate whoever is in the infirmary if that were to happen, because it does happen, believe me. Yeah, we had a couple of weird things here. I had to build my prison further away from the weapon storage. That is advisable. Yeah, you know, common sense kinds of things, like don't give your prisoners assault rifles. That's... I thought we... I thought we... kill box being next to the kitchen and food storage, because... Well, yes, if you have an entire colony of cannibals, that makes sense. I don't really want to belabor this too much, so let's just build a couple limestone walls here. So this is fine. So we're going to probably double wall this kill box-ish area. I guess we'll have to build it on the inside, but I really gave myself tons of room for plants, so this could support many colonists, the amount of planting we've got going on right now. Other stuff. The door, the limestone, this is going to be the infirmary. Okay, so prisoners' quarters. This one is a bit of a head-scratcher. How should the prisoners be imprisoned? You know what I mean? Sandra, you go over there. Build that and that. Okay, now their bedroom is doored. Not that it's really made a big difference to them. Okay, darkness is limiting their speed. Sandra, there you go. Get that. Surprised we haven't had a raid yet. I mean, we are on Blood and Dust. I've been over why I don't like playing on losing is fun, so I hope that much makes sense. There we go. Chef Boyardee, good job. But even that doesn't seem like enough. We just make sure storyteller settings. Yeah, Blood and Dust with, maybe it's Casper Cursed. Maybe it's also because I took all of these skulls. You know, I'm going to go ahead and say I didn't think I would have the option to do this. I'm just going to delete that because I want the game to give me more information and I want it to be a little bit more on the nose. I guess just to kind of hit on that for a second. Yeah, you can totally change any of the storyteller settings. You could totally change your storyteller. But, Casper, where did I get that? Blood and Dust, losing fun clothes. Okay, so when I did this, it showed me... Oh, yes, here we go. So these are our curses that we picked. It's really making the game very easy, though, to have all of this. I kind of want the game to be harder. I'm going to turn off... Curse of Mind I'm doing fine with. Let's turn off Curse of Infestation because he's going to make the game more difficult if I do this. I don't want to get rid of Curse of Confetti. Days Between Big Threats 17, though. Okay, so... We've made the game slightly more incessant and bad, but you know, we've done okay. We've done okay. I like how Oscar builds those types of things into his mods, though, like where you just have control over everything. So if you decide you want to play it a little bit different, you can. Subtle plug for Cursed Crew. All right, and let's start to light up our colony as well because the darkness is kind of driving me crazy. Yes, let my people go. Yeah, all animals detonate. There's some crazy curses in this mod, too. An amazing mod. An amazing mod for so many reasons. I just would like to see what events are happening to me. It could also be balancing stuff. If we find that it gets too easy, I might just turn off all the skulls so that I get the normal storyteller stuff, or I could turn on really bad skulls.
Brew sip.
I'm just worried. I was really worried that I would instantly die if I did one of them. So I wanted to avoid that outcome. But it's been quite calm and nice. Okay, here we go. We are getting, like, notifications again. Minor break risk, that's fine. I said here, thanks very much for the 5 months, my friend. Ah, thank you, my friend. So what is this? Simple meal. Okay, we've got vegetarian meals. These are labeled. Is this because of vanilla or is this because of... Tell me now, I haven't played RimWorld in a while since they started updating 1.3 really heavily. Do we normally get these vegetarian meals, or is this a vanilla expanded feature? I love vanilla expanded because you can always like question that. You know what I mean? It's 1.3 vanilla. Ah, wonderful, wonderful.
Curse of.
Yes, I have been to France. Thank you very much, Dranon Andermus. Dranon Andermus. That is a nice name. Be a shame if someone were to take it. More cargo pods, okay. Alright, here we go. We've got the good randomness back. I did kind of miss that. I was thinking that the events would be a weird way. I was trying to manage without it, but I'm glad that it came back. It's one of the things that makes RimWorld so great. All right, enough about this now. Turns out that they liked us, despite the fact that we did nothing. They left us a slate club. What a non-gift. Ah, well, we did kind of need it. It's in bad condition, and you are about to break. Why are you going to break? Brutal Outdoors, no foul-mouthed smuggler. Oh, our Pastafarians are getting kind of upset about not having their roles appointed. Oh, this is good. Okay, so we need to start picking out the most sociable of the colonists, because they're beginning to, desire that someone lead them, as a leader. So I'm thinking that let's go ahead and take a look at what the roles are for our faction. And then we'll appoint these because they are kind of bringing down the mood in here. The leader will be the saltiest seaman. And we need his... Okay, so we need to appoint these two roles. We have singing shanties. All right, so I see what's going on. Disabled work, cooking. Okay, so we can't have... Sandra is our cook, right? I stand corrected. Sandra is our constructor, so we want to make sure that's something that still allows her to be a constructor. Can she still... disabled work. Man, whoever becomes the foul-mouthed smuggler turns into a real jerk. Okay, so I'm thinking that Sandra would make the flying spaghetti swashbuckler as the best role. Requires a veil. Interesting. Okay, so Sandra, you are going to be the... Oh, we do need the altar. I forgot it. I forgot all about the stuff that we need for ideology. Okay, so we can put this somewhere out of the way because they seldom use it. What would be nice and lazy to do this? Man, I wish I had planned on this. Okay, so we're going to need an altar for them again. Yeah, there's a lot more planning that goes into these things. Lectern. We need a lectern. Face painting studio. Skull spike. Barber's table. It's one of these things. Where is it? Does anyone remember which tab the altar is under? Is it under recreation? Why less RimWorld? We're doing RimWorld literally right now, and I just did another video of it a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for search. Misk. There we go. Yeah, altar. I forgot that they added that into the game. That's very nice. Okay, so we'll give them an altar right over here. Good. The one thing I don't do anymore, though, is I don't do series anymore. Just because I couldn't get as many projects as done as I wanted. Kind of like I did 20-part series. It didn't really make any sense. So I've kind of moved that all over here. But that's the one exception. Anything else is kind of treated like a segment. This is good. Okay, I'm going to have you build this ASAP. Good, so let's get them taken care of. I don't think they're going to snap because we take very good care of our colonists overall. We will need the foul-mouthed smuggler. Okay, so who's going to make the best foul-mouthed smuggler? What did Pesto do before? Pesto was our doctor, really? And just kind of like a hauler? So, Pesto might make a very good foul-mouthed smuggler, I'm thinking. Okay, good. We've got the altar. We also... I feel like such a cultist whenever I do these things. It's because I am a cultist. Okay. Foul-mouthed smuggler... Let's just figure out what else they need in the ideology room. Assign role, foul-mouthed smuggler. Okay, so we don't need that. We do need a saltiest seaman. I'm kind of reserving this role for Pesto, so I'm thinking that Slinging Slasher, who does have the social capability, is not really great at it. Ideally, it would be somebody else, but, is going to be the saltiest seaman. Leader speech, work drive. Heads rituals and personally counsels believers. So this is kind of like the priest. That we do need saltiest sea woman. This is also a very important role, though. Hard to say. Only because this one has to give a speech at times. I'm thinking that Pesto, because of the 3 social... Really, everyone in this colony is quite bad at being social. Oh, no, actually, I stand corrected. Sandra would be the best, saltiest sea woman. Yep. Yeah, I need this only because the social stat is so important for this. Okay. Does anyone have any reservations? I'm going to appoint Sandra as the saltiest sea woman. Yeah, I know the ideology bits are a little confusing, but yeah, it's important. Ocean Gun and Utsutsu. Thanks very much.
I
for
really
the sub.
hope there is parrots in this playthrough.
Be a shame if there weren't. Actually, do we have on alpha animals? I think we have on expanded. Ceremony of changing roles. Okay, we're going to need to... Oh, it has an outcome of chance of 100%. We're fine. We're fine. Everyone begin. We need to get one of you into a role. Oh, this is so interesting. It's like a scene out of Pirates of the Caribbean. I like this. Wahoo, wahi, wahoo, ho, ho, wahoo. Wahi, hoo ha, wo ha, hoo hey, woo ha. Hoo ha, hee, hoo ha. Hoo ha, hoo ha, hoo, hoo ha, hoo. Give me some, food. Flying you know, Pastafarianism is an actual thing. It's like a meme belief system. It's right. It's true. Go ahead and look it up. Very good. Successful role change. One awesome dog. Thank you for that sub. 3 to 1 required. Okay, so we had enough people as witness, bearing witness to the role change, that it was successful. Good. How about Casauries? Yes, we could use like some other exotic bird as a proxy for a parrot. It would be nice. There wasn't really much of an idea for this playthrough. I don't know, just Pastafarianism is a fun word to say. So I said, I'm doing that. That seems good. But now they are going to be upset. I think that was the optimal role for her, because now she can do things like accuse someone of something for no reason. We can give somebody else a work drive. Thinking Chef Boyardee was our no. Can Sandra work drive herself? Not really. Okay, I guess we'll just see who's doing the lion's share of the work. That's good. All right, the next thing that I like to do, let's just keep our focus off of ideology for a bit. After we do maybe one more roll. Yeah, we've got no flying. We got to do at least one more of these because they are kind of upset. And then we'll handle the dirt situation. Nautical Pastafarians must have a flying spaghetti swashbuckler. Insert dolphin sound effect here. Usually it's the social stat that covers all of these things, so you would not make a good anything. Pesto is probably going to be the next roll. What's the one that gets incapable of everything? Needs to be a better shot. So how far off is Pesto from being a good shot? That is unfortunate. Okay, Pesto, are you doing hunting? You better do some hunting if I ever assign any. Only because I would prefer that you have that role. And then can we have Slinging Slasher? Can Slinging Slasher be the flying spaghetti swashbuckler? Swabbing the cream abilities convert council. Okay, really not the ideal candidate for this, but we don't have much of a choice right here, and we haven't gotten any other colonists. So I'm gonna go ahead and make Slinging Slasher be the thing. There we go. With God as my witness. With God as my witness. Good, they're all perfectly buying into nautical Pastafarianism. Who is having he's going to break as soon as he is made into the counselor. There we are. Good. Okay. Wonderful counselor. I really don't like the ideology. Like, rituals that much as far as like it goes when I'm trying to set up a base. If you had a base set up and then you tried to do them, then it would be good, but I always find that it happens during a time when there's enough other stuff wrong. Zip, I have seen it done
Hey,
right a
Ambitious
couple
Amphibian.
of times.
I've been a casual watcher of your videos on YouTube and found myself immensely drawn to the philosophical humor. Keep up the good work and have an excellent day.
It's all life is about philosophy, even gaming to a certain extent. Life is a game. Hey, thank you very much, Ocean Gun. Thanks for the 500 bits. I appreciate it, my friend. The thing you say, the flying spaghetti mug. I'm trying to think. No, I think I got that all from, what did I do? I watched too many Seth Zintach and Uber Danger videos. I really like people always say Seth, but they don't talk about Uber, and I really like his Gandikas. That kind of inspired a lot of the stuff I like to do. So if you're ever looking for anything that's really good, look to those channels for some inspiration. I really enjoy them. If I could make more things kind of in that line, but I like to think I kind of, make my own way as I go. Yeah, go check them out. They're really good. Alright, so now we've got our infirmary. So let's go get our structure. Let's do furniture. We don't really have the infirmary bed here, but I just want to get something there, just so I kind of have it as like a mental note almost. We'll put down a bed there for someone to just be sad in an infirmary when they are sick. And in fact, we'll bring this a little bit deeper under, only because this room should not be dirty that they are getting healed in. And we have overhead mountain. Okay, this is problematic. We're going to need to fill that in, because ideally we don't want to have that at our base. And just because I'm a little bit OCD, I'm going to put that there. Okay, there it is. Nice! Nice. Alright, Slinging Slasher.
Soon
Slinging
this will
Slasher
count as
was
a
bound to
long-term
go crazy at
relationship,
some
less than
point, though.
3.
Oh. Hey, Tysker hadn't reset. Tysker, thank you very much for all of the kind gift subs today. I do thank.
Kahoot when.
Bless you, my friend. Yes, the good event streams. We'll be doing some of those again soon. Kind of like an ordeal to think of questions, though, that people can't just cheat on the internet instantly. But I do kind of enjoy your cheating on the internet instantly on my quizzes. So, more of that. Alright, this raid is no bueno. Are they attacking right? I think they're attacking right away. Alright, our wall is not yet complete. Slinging Slasher is really not a great person for this fight. So, I'm going to do this. The saltiest of seamen. There we go. Like, if I die, if I do something incredibly dumb, I don't want to ruin the playthrough, but I'll try not to say, yeah, we'll be good. Just in case. We have combat command. We should be fine for this fight. We just don't really have that much cover. Chef Boyardee. Pesto is here. And what kind of weapons do they have? So they have this, like, short-range, what appears to be a volcanic pistol in awful quality, and a hunting rifle. Okay, the hunting rifle I'm nonplussed by. As long as we deprive them of cover, though, we should be fine here. We'll have to start to clear out this area. And Sandra can improve everyone's abilities. There we go. Okay, so combat. So she's beaming them. You know, we could have gotten further back in our positioning. I just want to deprive them of this. And we should all be close together as well, which further complicates this entire debacle. We'll just stay out of cover for now. Alright, they were stupid and they tried to attack us by walking over the bridge, so that was just... We got saved by bad AI there. Royal Insect... Oh no, do not take that, because that does some weirdo stuff. Don't know if I really want this because it's of awful quality. We will strip them of their gear, though, and is either one of them really good at something? Night Owl and a Nudist. I'm not a huge fan of having nudists in the colony. Quick Sleeper, Night Owl, Rebel. What is the Rebel trait? Only plays by their own rules and will roll their eyes to get... Okay, so it doesn't like to do tasks that are forced. I actually really like these vanilla expanded traits. Stuff we're already good at or we don't really need. I'm content to just kind of take their stuff. And then let them die. Alright, well, we survived our first raid. That's good news. You don't want to have, like, a rabbit send your colonists to bed. That would be pretty bad. It's Drowsap. Hey, thanks very much for the 3 months. Rimworld is excellent. Rimworld is excellent. Yeah, like I said, Rimworld is one of those games that is just so general and interesting and broad that I could just kind of keep doing it forever and never run out of ideas. Alright, this is surprisingly fast that we got a whole base up and running. I suppose it's because that last time that we played with the Neckbeardism, we had to mine out our entire base, which is kind of an ordeal, despite the fact that we had one guy who was a literal pickaxe. What was his name again? I can't remember what that pawn's name was, but he was so fast at mining. It was unbelievable. Baffling and horrifying. Let's see. Oh, actually, they just need to do a little bit of hauling. Alright, that's fine. We'll let them catch up with their tasks. Sandra is catching up with the wall. Chef Boyardee is doing a lot of hauling. Pesto is crafting. And Slinging Slasher is just very upset. So if we're good. And we have enough food. And we do need to fill this foul-mouthed smuggler. Okay, so let's look at this. So you're the flying spaghetti swashbuckler. Basically, Pesto just needs to level up in shooting. So let's give a lot of tasks with this, just because I'd like to check off these bits from the ideology. Pesto is there. Chef Boyardee. We might as well have Chef Boyardee. Let's just have Pesto do this. Extreme break risk. Okay, you're going to come back in a moment. Yeah, you have a huge catharsis right now. It looks like we're still getting mood effect doubling, so I'm not sure if unchecking those skulls actually did change it. Let's just go check with the storyteller for a second. Storyteller settings, close. And... nope, I mean, it does appear that it's changed. I don't think that there's any, like, confirm box, but it might just be that I'm using those principles for the rest of the playthrough. Or maybe some of them are set in stone, like the mood thing. I'll recheck that one. Did I change it? Oh, I didn't even uncheck it. So never mind. I stand corrected. Nope, the mod is great. Much as expected, I have found flawlessness in another Oscar Pataki mod. Mad Wild Boar. Okay, he'll probably just stand over there because he has no way of getting to it. This is the happiest I've ever been with a colony and the smoothest that anything has ever gone. Maybe I'm just getting better at the game. I don't know. I mean, there is a slight chance of that. Isn't there? Why don't you take that bolt-action rifle, too? You love action. There we go. Good. Yeah, you love action. We're back. We're back, folks. I apologize for that. I don't know what the hell happened to the internet. The nefarious machine that it is. Let's go ahead and just expand the zone where meals can be caught out to here so that the cook will always drop them there and they won't overcook things. Alright, I think we're good here now. What other stuff do we need to do? We do need components for this, so let's go ahead and mine out more component areas. Just get our technology up, keep finishing off all of the lines of construction that we'd been working on. Alright. And Pesto. How much are you leveling up? So this shouldn't be too long. It's only level 6 in shooting. And good, you are doing that. And you are hunting. Or you're consuming. You're hauling. Didn't I have more animals that I wanted you to kill? Do you have any way of getting to them? Never mind. We'll just give you some time. Yeah, I know. Don't jinx it. Like 5G. Did the volume die out? Hang on a second. Let me just record. I'll record in the background if something happened. The volume's the same as we left it, I believe. All right. Are we getting any connection issues? Okay, we're good. Yeah. So now that we've got most of this up and running, I'm content now to just take away most of these floor designators. Let's get rid of the plans here. So we'll remove fridge and we'll remove dining. And we'll even remove... let's wall in the supply workshop as soon as we get this wall on the outside perimeter finished. We've still got all of that, so they're still working on all of this. But let's get Chef Boyardee to work on this limestone wall. There we go. Not assigned to constructing. Who is our constructor? Oh no, our constructor has gone mad because she had too much to construct. Never mind. Never mind. You do you for a little while, Sandra. Alright, so the next thing that I usually like to do with my colonies is begin my war on dirt. Ooh, Mad Gorilla. Mad Gorilla. What's he mad about? Everything's alright, Gorilla. Just relax, Gorilla. That's a good life. That's a good life. Don't come near our house. Don't do any of the things that you're about to do. Think about your wife and your kids, Gorilla. Oh, we've got a Go Frenzy. Slinging Slasher. Wonderful work. Maybe. Alright, this looks like the perfect opportunity for Pesto to show his mettle as a shot. Okay, yep. Where everybody out of bed. Everybody out of bed. The gorilla is in the workshop. This is now turned into a game of RimWorld, folks. Shoot, bring that. I want that thing dead. Okay, good. We get the pinata sound effect when the animal died. I forgot about this. Yes, confetti is released and everyone's jovial. There we are. Good. Hey, Ghoul, what's up, my brother? Hey, what's up? How are you, my friend? How goes it? How goes it, Ghoul? He's back, ladies and gentlemen. The fine Project Zomboid YouTuber friend of mine, Ghoul King. Oh, God damn it. Why does a tiger always hunt me whenever I'm working? Hang on a second. Everyone to arms again, to arms. Here we go. We're being hunted by tigers this time. The tiger is wading the river because it's very upset about God knows what, all kinds of things. We have to shoot that thing. Why aren't we shooting that thing, people? There we go. Don't just run up to it. Maybe like as a last minute thing. Good, it's very upset about that. It doesn't like it. Yay! Hooray! That's actually a great sound effect. Oh, what an excellent choice. What an excellent choice. Oh, Jesus. Cool. Have you done any RimWorld with the Pirates expansion? It's very fun. You should try it out. It's like when the 70-year-old guy tried to flirt with me when I was working in retail. Oh, I thought you were talking about a Project Zomboid event. Nope, that's different. That's a different type of thing to do. That's not good. Here we are. Alright, so the war on dirt is very serious. Firstly, we must engage it in the kitchen, of all places. Very bad if you have, like, a dirty floor, just because it causes the meals to become bad. We could do concrete tiles. They're neutral in terms of look. We don't really have anything that's that great. Do we have any plentiful stone? We do have quite a lot of sandstone because we've given it some time. I'm going to go ahead and pave our kitchen with 88 sandstone tile. And I'm also just going to pave whatever dirt there is between here and here with sandstone tile. In the fridge, I'm going to lay down concrete because it's cheap, fast, and it doesn't matter. Later on, if we want to, it's really excessive to like floor your whole fridge because your colonists just don't spend enough time in there. They're like momentarily miffed, but somebody would need to be on the brink of disaster if they were to get upset over that. As for our dining room / rec room, we do want to put in fine tiles in there, but they're also extremely expensive, so kind of keep that in mind. We could construct, then deconstruct, and go through all of that. Kind of a toss-up here, honestly, because it is a big mood buff if they have a good one, but more important is you want to get something down there, right? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just smooth. Let's smooth the floors that are already in there. We'll add in a door over here as well. We've got bog on the ground. I'm going to need to, if I can drain that somehow, I might need to do that. Yeah, marshy soil. I'm not sure how to even deal with that. It's been so long. Usually I just avoid this stuff entirely. But, yeah, might have to encounter that at some point. The UI for RimWorld is very intimidating. I suppose maybe I've played it too much. It's not really like a game that's UI is built for accessibility, though, I suppose. I personally find it very accessible after all this time, but that's only after, I don't know, it takes like 20 hours to learn it. But yeah, you'll probably have that amount of time under your belt in no time. Yeah, we could do carpets, but that does require a lot of cotton, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to invest that much cotton just yet. I kind of want it for other things like billiards tables. Don't you need it for sandbags? Stuff like that. There's a bunch of other options. But the most important place to keep clean is, well, number one, the bedrooms. If you're finding that your colonists are upset with their bedrooms, like if you find that they're jealous or greedy or something like that, and you need to take out that's important. But more generally important is just get the dining room looking decent and get the kitchen clean. Because that's going to be a big mood buff for all of your colonists. So, Sandra. Okay, you've decided on the fedora. Very good choice, very good choice. I do like the kind of mysterious, like, face masks. I don't know, it's just kept the whole place feeling like a Wild West. No, maybe it would have been better for a cowboy settlement. You could lean pretty hard into a cowboy settlement. All right, what other stuff do we need to do? We have plenty of steel, so it's just really a matter of giving them the time now. Other stuff that we've been trying to do is get down a research table. So I'm going to go ahead into production right here. And do we have enough for... We don't really have enough for an advanced one, so I think I'm just going to put this down in here. And we'll also want to make this room a little bit cleaner. But for now, we can just delete this because I think now it's quite clear what every area of the base is. Research, dining. I think the only thing we still have left to do is supply. So let's just build the outlines of the walls on that. And then go from there. Yeah, I think that's a Twitch because my upload rate hasn't... Ah, man, that's upsetting. I don't know, I mean, like, if that continues, we'll have to go over to YouTube. I mean, once my contract runs out, but I'm just like, that's a little frustrating. I don't think this has ever happened before, though, so I'm not really too worried about it. But a good reason, a good reason. Only now getting a research bench? Yeah, we didn't really need one for the most part. I mean, we landed with pirate technology, so... But, I mean, it just feels like such a waste of effort if your colonists are going to be snapping and if they get, you know, a lot of research done. It's like, why try to research science if you don't have any food? Just farm instead, you know what I mean? Yes, a bench of research. A bench of research. You've never just sat on a bench and researched? What are you, like a scoundrel? You're a scoundrel. I think that we're good here. Have we deconstructed that? No, let's go have you do this. And primate, okay, we are losing the primate meat. Not really a serious issue here. What is the temperature in the fridge? This is important. What does it say that? Okay, we still got 70 to 75 degrees. Why is it that warm in the fridge? I know we're living in the jungle, and it's a little odd, but... what is it outside? It's 76 degrees outside. Are we blowing this in? Oh, I think I know what's happening here. I think I can see this. Whoops, there we go. Okay. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Good. Okay, there we are. And all the meat is rotting away, and you go over there. No path. Okay, that wasn't good. Uninstall that for a second. Remove that roof, then you're drafted, and then let's reinstall that there. I don't love all the micromanagement of RimWorld at times, but That's just the way that the game is kind of made. There we go. Okay, now the... darn it. Yeah, that was too bad. I was hoping we'd be able to keep in the cold. But alas, that's how it is. Single cooler might not be enough to refrigerate such a large room. Probably true. So I think we're going to end up doing 2 coolers here. We'll probably do another one here, but I just want to see how it reacts to one. Generally speaking, I mean, 1 should be enough to get us down to at least refrigeration, and rice lasts for a while. Ultimately, what I want to do is something like this, which I think we can start working toward, actually. Now, I've got enough double walls around in other parts that we could do this too, and then this, and then this. So we actually don't have to build all these floors. And then we'll also do this, and this, and this, and this. All right, so our fridge is now pretty much complete as far as I want airlocks to go, and that is important, because double wall does that, and then having little airlocks around the rest just makes it a little bit more walkable. Ultimately, we'll aim at, what is it, auto doors for that? Alligators are just getting in. What is this? What is this about? Hey, Fraser, how are you, my friend? Thanks very much for the 14 months. It's been a long time. Put a barrier in the spot for drop pods. Barrier might be interesting. Wait a minute. Oh, you mean like roofs for walls? Drop pods can just drop in through roofs if they want. They can't get in through rock roofs or mountains. So that is one advantage of going for an under mountain base, but we aren't doing that one this time. There's advantages and disadvantages pretty much to everything. Copycat Nico, thanks for the prime. All right, I don't think I want an alligator just like chilling in my base, so we are going to take this out. Sounds like an alligator is trying to sell me something. I said it sounds like an alligator. Yeah, good. Be gone. Okay, he is away. He is away. We are safe. Very good, very good. All right, other things. It looks like we're running out of limestone, and the easiest way to get more is to just pick it up off the ground. So let's do a haul. And I think we're in business now. We've actually got these lights up and running as well. That was another thing I wanted to do. As far as bedrooms are concerned, we'll work toward that. Now we can delete these last plans, because this area is good. We've got our workshop good. I'm going to leave that there because I ultimately want to wall that in. But the bedrooms, we will start to mine these out, because I think I wanted to give them decently sized bedrooms. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I did 6 on the other side accidentally, so we can bring that in a bit, but it doesn't really make a difference. We'll just give them a little bit of extra room.
Shock.
Oh, hey, Eti Dorpa. Hey, thank you very much for the 500 bits. All right, we've got a Dan joining. He has nowhere else to go. Colonists will be disturbed at sending away someone in need. I somewhat object to this. Should we take him? Hey, Goose, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Dan, why people? Dan is just one. He isn't people. My God, look at Dan's majestic beard. I forgot about why I don't like taking in other people with ideology. Tycoon, psychically sensitive. He is a good crafter. This is going to be a valuable citizen. I like him. Outlaw neo-nizilism. What the hell? He worships Schniziga. Alright, let's uninstall that. Dan, take that out. Get that, Dan, on your way in. Be a dear, Dan. Okay, now we are going to start to do numbered priorities, because it doesn't make sense to have everybody do this. I'm going to have Dan do that as a 4, because this is just a temporary thing I wanted him to do. Everything else can stay the same, though. There we go. Good job, Dan. Everyone's rooting for you, Dan. Here we go. Dan, why would you leave that way? What just an absolute troll that was of you, Dan. Okay, I'm gonna smack you if you do that again. Come on, Dan. Oh, why? How do you do that? Okay, never mind. Why is he trying to do this, Dan? I have to cancel these other plans that I had. The absolute nefariousness. What a troll, man. There we go. Good job, Dan. Everyone likes you again, Dan. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang. Oh, Wu-Tang to 10 months. Hey, Harbinger, thanks very much for the 10 months. Yeah, Dan is just like LML. Jesus. I don't like that kind of attitude, though. I don't... You're gonna learn some respect while you're around here, Dan. Ugh. All right, so we've got the colony lit up. It's a priority of mine to make sure that the... Oh, whoops. He actually needs a bed. All right, that one's the one I meant to do for medical. So we'll just build another one for him here. Still haven't really prioritized bedrooms because I think that these barracks are fine. How do they consider these barracks? Awful still. We probably should have worked on that. Because there's no foul-mouthed smuggler. Pesto, we're trying to level up to become the foul-mouthed smuggler, but could Dan just become the... Okay, Dan will clearly be a better foul-mouthed smuggler. So let's give Dan an auto pistol. Set Dan off to doing some hunting. Schedule work. Here we go. Dan should be hunting. I'm going to set that to a 2. I'm going to go ahead. I never set anything to 1. I'll just like let you know right away. Because pretty much all of these in here I always set to 2. 1 is if I want to get everybody to do something manually. Like, there are forced work mods, but it's just a nice way to do it in vanilla. If a colonist is particularly good at something, like I'll give all of these 2s. But it just doesn't really make that big a difference. See, like, double passion is great. Single passion is also good, but you're going to be good for other things. We'll probably just need to find a specialized researcher. Dan, really Dan or Pesto, but preferably Dan will do the hunting. Dan is sleeping on the floor. Yeah, let him rot. Let him rot. For all of the, like, lip that he gave me. Where am I from? I'm from New York. Pirate colony. Barracks are actually really good because they can also get counted as dining and rec. Yes, barracks are quite amazing. Like, having one really overpowered dining or rec room is good. So let's kind of encounter this because we've been giving it a lot of time. Major break risk. It's okay, it's okay. Everyone's going to get their own personal separate room soon. Or at least, at the very least, this will be a large room and you won't be as upset as you were before. Good, Pesto's doing that. My god, Dan is just going ham on that monkey. He's going ape on the monkey, one might say. One might say, that would be very, that would be far too eloquent. You should also probably delete the rest of these trees because now we just have random trees in the middle of our base. But doing great on the food situation. Okay, how is it? Yes, hooray! We've killed the monkey. Man, that is such a fun mutator. I hope that there are more just like silly mods like that. I wanted to do one playthrough where I played all of the most cursed mods in RimWorld. I don't know, I haven't yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. Seems pretty fun. Alright, so now we can kind of look at refrigeration. I really do think one cooler should be enough for this. And I'm not sure why we're not getting it happening this way. I have to brainstorm what's going on if I can't figure this out. Run wild. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, Sandra, we do need to arrest. Whoops, crap, there's no prisoner beds. Okay, I'm just going to temporarily make the research. This is one thing I wish were fixed in RimWorld because it's so complex. But here we go. For prisoners, Chef Boyer. Oh, who has a very good relationship with Sandra? Okay, hash slinging slasher. You can try to arrest her. No one really has a very good chance of. Damn it. She doesn't like that. She didn't like that at all. She's gone rogue. Okay, now she's gone berserk. That's not good. We may have to take her down. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I would like to subdue her. She's gone mad. But I also don't want anyone to... No! She was immediately killed by an alligator. That was really bad. No, but it was also amazing. Because why would you pick a fight with an alligator? Oh, God. Big F. So sad. No, that was like our best colonist. Who could have expected that, though? I know I wasn't paying much attention to their needs, but I was having a great... She was also... What was she? Ass. All right, well, we could be upset about it for a long time. We could... You know, we could shed tears, but I think that this was just the perfect way for her to die, was to just be immediately killed by an alligator who was wandering through the psychoid patch. My God. What an absolute lass. She was a 42-year-old wild woman. A street urchin and a space merchant, and now we're taking her food. Unfortunately, she also had on the flak jacket. She was our best constructor. No, everyone else is terrible at construction. Fortunately, she did the main thing that she was supposed to do. She built the base for us, and now we're just living in it. So it's like, thanks, see ya, because we're still going to get sent more colonists by the storyteller. But what an MVP, this alligator. It did get bruised by the auto pistol, so it's kind of like Animal Planet Strikes Back. Wowzers. How did the alligator get back in, though? I didn't even notice it. Some of these things you just can't. You can't make up, you know? All right, we got a transport crash. Dan's lover, Dolly. So Dan, who just has the worst attitude, is now joined us. Go ahead and rescue Dolly. Is this like Dolly Parton or something? She's upset about the trees. No, I already hate her, and she's like a Legend of Zelda player with this purple Triforce. Yeah, we're gonna do bedrooms soon, but damn. Who is uncertain about the ideology? Don't question our ideology. Don't question it. No, we're going to lose nautical Pastafarianism, the old way of the ancients that we were living by. I guess we should be paying more attention to their needs, though. Hungry darkness. Then go eat something, Dan, you self-starving idiot. Damn. Live with your sad girlfriend. Okay. Chef Boyardee. All right, now we're going to need to try hard this because that was an awful colonist to lose. All right, one thing that's actually been turning down their moods, and one reason why colonists go crazy so quickly is because we did that double mood debuff. Not that I really regret it. I thought it would be more of a challenge to me because my colonists like never go through mood breaks, but it's made them extremely bipolar, I'll say that. So I'll put human-like corpses there. We'll make it's an important place to put human corpses. Any kind of human corpses. Rotting human corpses, not rotting human corpses. And to think that I was just thinking about the refrigerator situation. Man. Big sad. Power needed 200. Is it getting the power that it needs? Grid excess stored. It is getting the power it needs. That's odd. I have to go examine this fridge situation a little bit more. Well, we do have this. Let's get rid of that so that we can double up on the wall over there. Beyond that, I can't really figure out why this fridge is losing heat. Build a roof area. Is there a roof over it? There is a roof over it. We could just build another one and see what happens. Dolly died of blood loss. Okay, good. I didn't like her anyway. Because the plant-worshipping people are just very difficult to care for. Like, think of how much And I'm saying this because I tried veganism once, right? I was thinking it was the right way. But, and not that it's not, but it's very hungry. I'll tell you that, at least at the beginning, because you don't know what to have. You don't know how to take good care of yourself. So, Dolly would have fared not much better. Not much better. There's just a lot of things that are upsetting me right now, though. Alright, but this is going to, of course, cause a mood spiral, because Dan is going to be twice as upset about his idiot lover dying. So that's no good. That's no good. My lover died. I am so alone. Lasts for 30 days. Jesus Christ. A negative 30. This man is going to go bananas. I could have paid more attention to my colonists, but I'm going to say this in my own defense. It's more important to get the base up and running rather than actually getting the colonists that you need. I mean, it is important to get the colonists you need, but you can find a place for pretty much everyone as long as you have the base up and running. Except for that alligator. That alligator has got to go. That alligator is not to stay here. No, uninstall that. Cancel that, and we'll build this over there. Okay, I see how this is going to work. If we do this, and this, and this, and then we build another one of those there. Okay, this is making a little bit more sense. Zone. Remove roof area here. Good, good, good. Though, of course, no one is working on construction because everyone doesn't prioritize it. Okay, then everyone has to work a little. Everyone lend a hand except for you two because you're bad. You are not good. We don't want you to do any of that, please. Maybe two. There we go. Yeah, this adds an entirely new meaning to the phrase, see you later, alligator. Hey, how are you, Mr. Mac, my friend? Tame the alligator. Yeah, the alligator could be like all of our defense. Crisis of belief. Dan, good. Good. Dan's spirit has broken as a result. He is good. We might be able to use... He's a snob because his family member died. Oh no. What mod is that? Man, this alligator keeps snarling at me. Please don't eat the cat. I mean, like, it was instigated. I'm not gonna lie. Like, she deserved to be eaten by an alligator. But I've never seen it so instantaneous. Good job, Slinging Slasher. Just get all of that food out next to the alligator. Ah, nice. Now, as far as crisis of belief is concerned, this might actually be a good thing. Dan spiraling out of control. We'll get him soon. Because sometimes if you break your prisoners, or, I mean, colonists, and then cause them to, like, you know, question their ideology, you can bring them into the main ideology of your camp. Here we go. Foulmouth, smuggler, role unfulfilled. I know, everyone's upset. Now, it can be overpowered if you play ideology right, but if you play it wrong, like I've been for the last 5 minutes because I lost my main colonist, you know, you'll come back, but it's going to be a while. But I kind of like to think of this as survival of the fittest now. You know, whoever survives the longest and makes the most progress will be around at the end. Will be around at the end. Another fire, another fire. Okay, that's fine. The water will put it out. Yeah, she was instigated. Instigated? Disappointed. We need a better plague. We haven't had any plagued colonists. Fortunately, though, nobody's died of disease. That's my least favorite ending. When people all die of disease. High on... Why did you have royal jelly? I forbade royal insect jelly. Was there other royal... Why were you eating royal insect jelly? Oh, wait. Pesto ate royal insect jelly when it... Ooh, that's bad. Doesn't this mean that Pesto will turn into a mega spider? I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure about that. I'm not sure if it's if, or when, or maybe. As long as he doesn't develop an addiction to royal insect jelly. Because if you develop an addiction to royal insect jelly, you turn into a mega spider. Only if they get addicted. Okay, so then we hopefully won't eat anymore. Because one time I was just like, oh, that royal insect jelly looks great. So I had them continue eating it. And that's how I learned that the hard way. Very interesting food, though. Transformations. Transformations, my friends. Nothing matters over here that's going on. Now, what are the other things that we've just kind of left over here? Ship chunk debris. We could probably get some components off of that. The fuel tank. A little iffy, but we might be able to get, I don't know, chem fuel or something like that. More of this. Fortunately, they've been storing away all of these resources as well. Now they have lots of medicine. We'll actually put the medicine in here as well, because although the medicine doesn't really need that much refrigeration, it's good to have it in there. Let's just see, medicine. There we go. Just the herbal medicine, though. Okay, so that's preferred, so they'll put that in there. Move that around. Good, we're getting the construction done, even though that we suck. And we're, alone. Without that other person. We've made up for the loss of the only person that was good in this colony, who, was upset about taking care of us and then took out her anger on an alligator. But you'll make do, I'm sure you'll all be great. Eventually. Who would like to fill her role? We still need, unless if when you become this... What is this job again? You're this flying spaghetti swashbuckler. So why don't we make pesto? How about you go ahead and take this saltiest seaman role? Or maybe Dan would make it. No, Dan isn't a pastafarian. No, you are that. You would not make a very good version of that. It's fine. I'll just let you all be upset for a little bit longer. Now, I'll say this. Having your colonists go in and out of catharses may not seem like a good way to play, but it can be pretty overpowered because they get good spurts of work done. And if you have most of the resources in place for them to not get too upset, they'll last for a long time. Let's see, we have a lot of sandstone now. How much sandstone do we have? 540. None of them can make the fine sandstone tile. Okay, so then at least we have no more options anymore. Let's go ahead and build regular sandstone around here. That way they have a nice room and they'll be happy again. Okay, good. And we could actually build this. Let's do this lamp a little bit closer to the center of the room. I just want this light to get everywhere in the room. There we go. Hey, Luke, thank you very much for the sub, my friend. Ah, yes, the other cooler. Thank you. Here we go. Now, one thing that you could do is to have 2 coolers in a room and just have them fight it out. If this doesn't work out, though, there are other ways to cool this room and get better insulation going. Yeah, it is super hot. Oh, it is actually 96 degrees in there. Gulp. Come on. Okay, who is going to... Oops, here we go. The meat goes. Fortunately, food is not an issue, though. We have a great planter. And I don't intend on that changing for a while. Construction. Is anyone capable of even constructing this thing, too? Ooh, none of them are. Okay, what is the skill required here? Skill required is 5. Okay, so we need to put this entire plan on hold again. Ooh, that do be kind of bad, though. That do be kind of bad. Alright, so that's just isn't good. It's okay, because we'll be opening up that wall again soon. Alright, it is working to a certain extent, though, and maybe if it has more roof to go out of. Oh, who's dead? What an awful sound to have played when someone dies. Alright, Dan, you seem like a social dude. Yeah, they need herbal medicine. Let's go give them whatever they need. Give them whatever they want. We can give up 14 herbal medicine. Okay, the beggars have left. Maybe that'll be like good karma on us, right? We have karmic... There will be karmic consequences. Oh, no. Isn't it usually set 3 coolers and put them at different temps, equalize the middle one? Actually, I've not tried. I've usually tried setting them all to the same temperature, but if you say so, maybe I'll try out setting them to slightly different temperatures to equalize. Like one slightly above and one slightly below. I've no idea. Maybe there is a better way to refrigerate. All I know is that 2 walls is like the best insulation that you can get. Okay, here we go. The temperature is going down now. I don't know why it didn't do it before. Yes, this is much better. Good. The roof is doing its job. Quest active. We don't care about that quest, so we're going to ignore it. All right. Now, this room is also going to get extremely hot because of the outdoors. So we're going to hold this door open. Eventually, we'll de-roof this area and make its own room. But for now, we'll just let this happen. What else? We probably want to keep the bedrooms well insulated. Do we have... Okay, we have roof cave-ins happening over here. I should have noticed this. I think it's under miscellaneous or structure. If we get a column... A column? Is post the same as a column? We'll take a ruined column. With a very... Like just an exquisite item. We'll put that in someone's future bedroom. Yes, very good. Very good here. And we also... I don't think that Dan has a bed. Did someone not make a bed for him? There we go. Dan now has a... Oh, wait, no. Somebody else died, so Dan got a bed when he... yeah. Oh, what an just a complete genius he is. Now, I know that I'm going to want a wall here later. So I'm just going to build, like, a single limestone support there in the middle. Just because otherwise the roof is... See, there's, like, no room for a roof over there. So the rain is coming through in that one square. There we go. Nice. Yu-Gi-Oh's Salvation. Yuna. Oh, we can't save her. We can't save ourselves. Now, you really gotta wait until you're, like, completely independent before you go after other people. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't put on your own mask in the plane, then you're gonna... You know, everyone around you will probably die. Yeah. I always wondered about that, because, like, I matter more. You know, like the whole plane mask air pressure thing. I think as a kid, I naively thought, like, well, yeah, because, like, you know, you yourself matter a lot. But then I realized it's because, you know, the air pressure, you don't want to go be, whatever it is, have your lungs depressurized when you're trying to help somebody out. What a selfless thing to do. And man... But, you know, common sense, too. Airline issues aside. All right, let's kind of, like, assess the effectiveness of our base. I do kind of miss the lettering. I liked having it colored because I could see what was what. Okay, we've got the rec room going. Let's give them some light first before they do this. Just because... Usually better to build the light first. That way they can, Okay, major break risk. Let's get the light going first, only because that means that they can work faster. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. Construction botched. Minor break risk. Okay, we're good. The heat wave of William. William, why is he coming with a heat wave? He's like, I will come in, but I have heat. I have a heat wave. Now, we don't really have climate control in our colony, and it's already pretty hot here to begin with right now, even in December. I mean, it wouldn't hurt us to build a passive cooler, but so many different conflicting thoughts. The Windows mod is pretty good. I do like the Windows mod. But again, mostly just doing vanilla expanded in here. Hey, okay, dog. Thanks for coming up. And Z-Score. Thanks for coming out. You're good people. Thanks for coming. All right, but assessing our colony, how are we doing? Let's just kind of like do a year-end or a quarterly review, if you will. The planting is fine, you know, we didn't have any issue getting off the ground with that. Despite all of the misgivings, quite a lot went really smoothly in this colony. I'm going to just reinstall this a little bit more centrally. There we go. I mean, the planting went well. The entire food production goes plants to butcher to kitchen. I suppose the one thing that we could change would be good animal stockpile zone right here. So clear all. And then we just do don't allow rotten. But if we have animal corpses, put them there. We've set this to butcher all. We can build out a little bit more so that we just have it kind of like tucked in over here with this thing. And we'll give it a little bit more room since animal corpses can't be stacked. There we go. That's our butcher room. We got the kitchen separated. We get the fridge. We get the fridge cooled now. It's actually 31 degrees Fahrenheit in the fridge, so that's good. Still not quite at my target temperature, so we might be demanding a bit on the grid, but we never even had to build an electrical grid because we used this for free. 1700 watts is also pretty generous. Yeah, we're power positive, or we're breaking even on power is what I'm trying to say. Well, what are you doing, Dan? I don't know if I really trust this Dan guy. He's so different from us. It's going to be a while before we can get him to join us, but otherwise he seems like if I could trust him, like if he has that integrity, then yeah, this could be a good relationship. You know what I mean? Good. Enjoy your room. Now, how is this room? Still awful. Weenie Hut Juniors. Awful, mediocre, very spacious, ugly, very dirty. This is the reason why dirt is dirty. I know that sounds like blatantly obvious, but at the same time, like gaming dirt for its dirtiness in this game can be abused and used in great ways. Alright, so we're at -8. What happens though if we get rid of a dirt tile? It just gets to -7. Awful, -9. It's also because there's spreading dirt on the ground. The fiends. But another thing that I've taken pains to do is to make sure that there's no areas of dirt around the room that I want to keep clean. Like it doesn't pay to just get the tiles on the ground. You need to get the entire area around it clean so that no one tracks dirt into the room, because there's so much dirt tracking in this game as well, and that's just a puzzle. When did the Pastafarians celebrate? Ah, yes, I forgot about the Pastafarian celebration. Jesus, what is wrong with me? We can begin the spaghetti tasting ritual at any time. And we could begin a conversion ritual as well. Let's try to convert, who is it? Yeah, let's try to convert Dan. We have a 30% chance because this room is it's not even a room. It's just outdoors. We want to improve the room, though, before we do this. Man, I was hoping that things would, like, stabilize before we began the spaghetti tasting ritual, but alas, it was not meant to be. Alright, I think let's keep some room on the outside in case if we want to develop this place. But yes, you're right. Then, of course, we need to have the spaghetti tasting ritual. No foul-mouthed smuggler. So they're upset about the rolls, but we'll get that working. Now these expectations have gone so low. We really do need Dan to become that foul-mouthed smuggler. Okay, we'll just need to abuse our, what do we have? Mats? Matt? I believe we have Matt. Now, I can't even remember. What did we pick with our ideology? We chose Neil sheets. We call this the perfume department. Okay, so then this is a ritual seat. Whoops. There we go. Ritual seat. No, that's not even it. It's a Neil sheet. There we go. What an odd name. There we go. All right. We'll give them like 2 Neil sheets. Nice, nice. If I built any field guns or cannons, we haven't really got to like advanced defenses yet. We've just sort of been running away from alligators for a while. But one thing that we could do that would be a very easy win would be this. Just to defend us from any, like, major threats. And we could also mine these 2, I believe. This entire thing might cave in, but we're better off. Okay, Dan, why don't you, or whoever is building, work on the power conduit. It's not a great time to lose a constructor. It's never a good time to lose your constructor unless if your colony is, like, done. That's the major downside to all of this. But everyone's pulling their weight. I can't really complain. Protection fee. Band of thugs sent by they offer to keep your colony safe from any threats, even the ones potentially caused by them, as long as you pay a fee of $3.53. We don't have money, so we have to say that. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Is this part of Vanilla Factions Expanded Pirates? Or one of the other vanilla factions expanded. Oh, God. Whoops. I let that one go. Ooh. That do be kind of bad. Wouldn't it be... Why did you go over there? Wait a minute. Why did you go over there? Did he have a mood break? I totally lost track of that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Slinging slasher. Why would you go in there? Was he trying to get food? How did he get all the way over there? Anyone see that? Yeah, I know. Nice colony. Be ashamed. Why did you go into a cave? Oh, you know why I think he went into the cave? I think he went into the cave because he was an undergrounder. He wanted to be with his people. I have to go check back what I missed there. Damn. All right. Yeah, he was being nuzzled. Oh no, he's being really nuzzled right now. Did anyone see that? In the cave, to see it. I don't even think. Oh, he went into a food binge. That was what it was. Damn it. So he went after that. Yeah, like he wasn't satisfied with the food in our own colony. Usually that one I don't really pay much attention to. Okay. Secret rescue operation mission. Are we going to be able to save this guy? He's probably dead. We're probably going to be down to 3 colonists. But let's see if we can save him. Save him. Save him. Is anyone else going to snap and eat insect food? The good news is that if we do lose this, then their expectations lower again because they're down to 3 colonists. Oh, he is... Actually, they're all sleeping over there. Not kidding right now. Who is our best doctor of these 3? Not you. You. Okay, Pesto, why don't you go in there? We'll just put down a bed right there in the spot. Come on, he's not dead. He's just sleeping. Let's get away from the other ones, too. He's just sleeping. There we go. Rescue him, and you stand there, and defend the doctor, please. We're going to go ahead and just reduce that down to that. Why don't you two save him, rescue him, and you just keep on coming through. Okay, please don't wake them up. Please don't wake them up. Good job. Good job. Get him over here where I don't have to touch any of those things. And why would you eat? Look, he had a meal on him. What an absolute, just a slob. Stabilize him. Here we go. Strip him. Carry to the... Oh, it wouldn't be a bad idea to carry him to the cryptosleep casket, but he's not going to survive much longer. This guy could be dead. Come on, Pesto. There we go. Okay, save his life. 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 Life. And come on, Dan is looking over. Oh, he might live. He might live if these things don't wake up. What time is it? It's 1 a.m. Yes, you're right. It was a food binge. What a stupid way to die. Okay, we've saved him. Amazing. Hey, Royale with cheese. Thank you for coming out, my friend. Jesus Christ. Hang on a second. Let me send you a little shout out. I was so focused on the near death of Slinging Slasher. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. My friend, how are you? There we go. Oh, took me long enough. I apologize for that. Good. Oh my God, I nearly had a heart attack. How are you? What were you guys playing? Oh, you guys were doing Zomboid. Oh, blessings on you and your people, Raiders. Hey, thank you for coming in. Ironically, we have had some Raiders in the game, too, which makes this more confusing to future peoples. My God, but can you believe it? I'll just explain what happened. So I was messing around with the colony. I wasn't paying attention, so I lost track of what happened to one of my colonists. He went on a food binge, and since he's such a sommelier of, like, exotic foods, he went into this cave, and he started trying to eat insect jelly. And he was obviously mauled because you shouldn't do that. Dan, why don't you get out of here because you're just such an absolute Sigma male. Kind of like Cheese over here. Thank you for being such a Sigma male, Royale. I'm doing pretty good. But, you know, like, obviously this kind of got me down. I was upset. I lost one of my other colonists because she was eaten by an alligator. She just, like, touched the alligator and it just, like, all in one bite. It was very upsetting. But fortunately, we got this guy. He had about 4 hours worth of blood left. But it looks like they're about to get back up. So I'm just going to carry him over to another bed because he's not going to survive for a very long time over here. And let's get you. We're going to just get him out of bed. I know he's not totally stabilized yet, but he's in no immediate danger. So rescue Slinging Slasher. We're making a Pastafarian pirate colony. It's wonderful. Everyone who beholds it is just amazed by how great the colony is. So I know you want to compliment me, but not all at once. We'll just continue with our. Oh God, I'm so full of. Ooh. Oh, what an unfortunate time for a raid. Except these people aren't that good. No, they won't get very far with that. Okay, and they are waiting, and we do have one trap in place for them, so we fortunately survived that. Okay, Chef Boyardee and Dan, though, we're going to send you out to just build those spike traps. I don't know how well we'll do against these people if they raid right now. Hey, Mindal Toru, thanks for coming out. Yeah, oh God, man, Rimworld is one of those ones that's just like absolute. It's just horrible. It's horrible, some of the things that happen in this game. Now, why are you going out there, Dan? Just a very upsetting colony manager where a bunch of people who look like children's toys do horrible things to each other. Like one guy gouged out another guy's eyes in one of my last playthroughs. It was awful. It was awful. And yet it was also wonderful, you know, because what other game could be so detailed? Okay, good job, Chef Boyardee. You've served up death. Is Slinging Slasher on... Okay, we've got to get Slinging Slasher under medical. We can also give him more medicine again, too. There we go, Slinging Slasher. Pesto, why don't you take care of Slinging Slasher? Tend to him. Good job, everyone. Despite the fact that most of us are dead, we're somehow pulling through. Somehow pulling through. And why is this room still bad? Come on, Chef Boyardee. Come on, work harder. Work harder. What am I paying you for? Clean the dirt off of the ground. This room is a mess. And the cat keeps trekking dirt into here. We've got a dull room. Oh, God. So much effort was put into this. So good. Yeah, like a train wreck in the slum, which, no, not such a... Well, yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm pretty terrible at this game. But I also, you know, I have the streamer blindness right now, too, so that's another factor. Okay, I think we can expand our zone for stockpiling at this point in time because we've just kind of left a lot of this. These raiders we hopefully won't even have to deal with because they'll just get themselves killed in the spike trap. But I will keep... Slinging Slasher is just surviving, but why don't you stand here and shoot them from the entryway? Okay, so here they come. Here come the raiders. Chef Boyardee, greet them with a sauce that they will never forget. One sauce to rule them all. Down goes Frazier. There they go. Okay, why didn't I send in another person? You get out there too, Pesto and Dan. No. Not like this. Not like this. Get everyone to the kitchen. Flee to the keep. Flee to the keep until we have reinforcements. Oh, I forgot that I turned up the melee, out insanely. Flee! Flee! Oh no, this could be it. This could be it. No, go, run away, Chef Boyardee. Good, okay, good. He is dead. Not Chef Boyardee, but the other guy. All right, and he didn't even break through the skin, the slob. Puh. Creamer. What an absolutely Artisanal name. Man, I kind of regret turning up that melee speed. That was so dangerous. Melee attackers are now way more effective. Well, I honestly, I would say that we are at the nadir of our colony. Yeah, the melee speed is up because we're playing on we're playing with a skull that makes attackers faster in melee. So more dangerous, but also more interesting. You know, like if I were to play Vanilla RimWorld, I'm pretty good at Vanilla RimWorld, so I wanted to add in a few other things. I'm not very good at paying attention to what's going on around me, though. Apparently. Here we go. Yeah, give him some medicine. Actually, he doesn't need that much medicine. He just needs, like, herbal medicine. There we go. Really doesn't need any, but... Don't try to arrest the man. There's nothing wrong with him. There we go. You're under arrest. Wait a minute. Sorry, that was my alter ego talking. I meant, I'm here to help you. That's what I meant to say, of course. Here we go. Come on, clean out this room, Dan, you lazy, bad man. You're a yeah, there we go. Good job, Dan. Good. No, you left this spot. Dan, you're not very thorough. I don't know if you belong here. Look at all the crap you left on the floor, Dan. Whoops, whoops-a-daisy. There we go. Clean that dirt. Yeah, I like that, Dan. All right, good enough, Dan. Good enough. All right, the room is... Oh, it's become slightly impressive. Wowzers. Ooh, wowzers. All right, I'm not going to lie. This colony has some issues, but we've made it through some of the worst. You know, now everything has a designated spot. I'm feeling good about that. This guy we could probably strip. What kind of gear does he have? Is it anything even worth... I don't know if this is even worth taking. We'll strip him just in case, but... Yeah, that's pretty much fine. I'm not ready to take on prisoners, no matter how good they are. Medical emergency? What are you talking about? You're fine. I guess he's upset because the room is dirty, and it's probably going to cause him to... Yeah, actually, this room is very dirty. Oh, crap, we gotta fix that, too.
Got my eyes on you, MB Evil.
I know it's bad. Hey, Vay, what's up, my brother? How are you, dude? Thanks for the sub. Much appreciated, my friend. How's it going? How's it really going, though? It's not really going that well. Good. We got rid of all the dead people. This one didn't even have a face. Oh, wait, no, I saw their head in reverse. My bad. That's because the face is rotting. Oh, no. I don't know, like, I'm a little depressed at this point, and I feel like I want to kind of, like, come back to this colony. Because I think that it is at a very dark time. Don't get me wrong, the base is set up. It's a great place. This base is ready for somebody good to move in and take it over and fix it.